And we're back again, sound. And this is Cap. 21 weeks in a row for your fucking ass. Sound. And we have a special guest this week, local podcaster as well. One of my favorite people in the talking space right now. And I love his opinion on a lot of things. And he's very amusing and a charming guy, ladies might say. But let's not get into lady talk.
Yeah.
Let's not get into ladies talk. Because, we got some single men over there that might get a bit frisky, But, it's been quite we've been got a lot of fangirls, hitting us up lately, bro.
Yeah.
Some girl
that was
tweeted
a nice
me.
intro.
Oh, yeah. Jimmy!
I like that.
Never dropped his name.
Yeah.
No, it was nice, though. You could have just not even name dropped. I would just been like,
let
that's
the
fine.
people know where to find you if they don't follow you already, and to check out your podcast and everything that you do. Right there.
Yes.
Get your camera.
And
right
why I
there.
made Jimmy and Take As Needed Pod. I almost forgot my fucking thing. That's crazy. That is
Oh,
crazy.
man. That's how it be. It just randomly just slips your mind, even though you don't do it all the time.
Only on IG.
Yeah.
Twitter's kind of messy for me. I was
Yeah,
on
but
Twitter
I've
for a
told you
little bit.
before, man. You should,
I know. You've been telling me.
you gotta get into,
You're
get to it.
You're the god with this shit,
Yeah,
man.
but we
Like,
can't really talk much because our shit's just like currently suspended the Twitter account. So it's like, yeah.
Your
Yeah.
Twitter account is
Yeah,
suspended?
my main one and the main company one.
What'd you do?
It's a conversation for another day.
Oh, shit. All right.
Just know that he did it.
He
Just
did
know
it?
that he did it.
Oh man,
It's not like a question. Like, he did.
he
Whatever
did
it was, he did it.
man. Listen.
Damn.
And shout out to the Chubb Corner in full effect again. The production crew, Marloon
Yes.
and Erlen Mindset, live in effect, high definition, showing their pores weekly basis. They got the sexy camera.
The Chubb Corner. I fuck
The
with
Chubb
that.
Corner, man. It's
Chubb
them,
Corner.
bro. That's
Yeah.
their idea.
You guys came up with that?
Yeah, choke
Merch
Dirty
coming soon.
dogs, man.
Merch coming soon.
I'm copping that hoodie. In the summer now. Chubb
Corner merch coming soon.
The hoodie's gonna be symbolic for foreskin, so it's gonna be a brown,
Oh,
a brown hoodie.
That's not what we're called choke corner, bro.
Oh, no,
I was.
Let him know.
Yo, he's not the only one though. Like, he's not the only one. I literally was like,
Listen, man,
I'm imagining this shirt right now.
It's a fucking penis.
Listen, man, we want to just let imagination just run wild.
Oh,
you
man.
can think what you can.
Yeah.
Curiosity killed the cat, so careful.
Yeah.
So,
I'm thinking dirty with that too.
shit.
You can't just think about a cat. What the fuck?
What cat are we killing?
Hey,
What cat are we killing? Oh,
Why'd
man.
you do that? You were like, what cat are we killing? Like, you
Yeah,
look
I had me
very
think about it. I'm like,
sophisticated.
are we really killing some pussy right now? What's
Oh
going on?
my god.
Entendre.
We're not Catwoman. Selena Kyle?
Selena Kyle.
Get into that later. We'll get into that later.
All right.
Okay. Your eyes opened up wide. You saw his eyes.
The real
Selena
Zoe
Kyle.
Kravitz.
Zoe Kravitz. But man, before we start, let's talk about real quick, just some quick local news. Speaking of local, definitely, like I said earlier, we'll repeat it again. Make sure to check out Take As Needed, Jimmy's podcast, along with our podcast, the CA podcast. Check them out on a weekly basis. And locally, I guess the topic of conversation this morning was, I'll keep it in order. Well, yesterday, as of last night, there was like a lot of people talking locally. I don't know if you guys saw it. I posted it. I was kind of late to post it because I wanted to kind of verify and check my sources beforehand. But there's accusations of racism at this restaurant, Nick's on Broadway. Have you guys ever eaten at Nick's on Broadway?
I have never.
You ever eaten at Nick's on Broadway? But you've heard of it, no?
Nah.
No?
First time too, no.
Yeah.
Really? I've heard of it. You heard of it?
Is
I've
it-
heard
is
of
it on
I've
Broadway?
I've driven by. It's on. Yeah, because some
It
of the
better be on
Broadway
Broadway.
stuff. Yeah.
It better be on Broadway.
It better be on Broadway.
I'm not sure if it's on Broadway. I forgot where it's
I
actually
think it
at.
is on Broadway. I think I've driven by it on Broadway.
might
And it
be.
doesn't look like there's ever a lot going on.
Yeah, I don't know. It's strange to me. I've heard of it, and I'm a restaurant connoisseur when I do have the time, so I definitely wanted to eventually check it out because I've always heard of it. But now, this is a situation that's being publicized online, Facebook users, and reviewers on their Google reviews have left comments basically standing by what people have been alleging. And I've heard similar stories, but I haven't seen a post about it. People kind of word of mouth will be like, oh, Nick's on Broadway, kind of sketchy about it. But now we have someone saying that they literally went to the restaurant and they were basically almost like a scene out of Larry David. Like Larry David, I think, had an episode like this where you went to the restaurant and they sit black people in a certain area, and there was white people in a certain area.
What?
Wow.
So like they were treated that way. Like they walked in, and they were told like they couldn't even sit down. They needed a reservation, this and that. They made it a whole thing, and then when they did sit down, it was like at a different spot than everyone else, and then it was just very sketchiness. And then they realized like, oh, people keep walking in. They asked around, and then it was like, oh no, you don't need a reservation. Like what do you? So it was like, oh, they were being sold some fake shit. Like this manager, whoever was handling at the time, was like lying to them just because they were of color. So now this is a major situation where people are like on some fuck Nicks on Broadway type of situation. And I am not necessarily, fully involved in it. But what has made me kind of be like, damn, obviously I'm not accusing nobody of lying, but it's like now if you guys are Nicks on Broadway, you shouldn't be deleting posts. They're deleting posts.
That
they're
did
deleting.
look bad.
They're deleting comments, and they're also just they've been silent to it as of now, right? And now randomly, obviously, I'm assuming I don't want to accuse the guy of this, but it's like he did post something where it's like a friend of his died or something. Rest in peace to that friend. But it's like the timing of that, like, okay, maybe that actually did happen. I'm assuming. I don't know this person, this friend or whatever, but it's weird. It's like, oh, so you post that, which is obviously serious, but then you have something else that's serious happening, and you're not really responding to it. Mm-hmm. And people respond. Like, we've seen viral accounts of, like, restaurants in Atlanta and stuff, and these restaurants respond. They'd be like, no, they'll deny it, or they'll be like, no, this is what happened. they'll back it up. But this Nicks on Broadway situation, they haven't responded at all. So it's making them look very, very sketchy. Now, I'm not going to jump the gun and be like, oh, fuck them. I never even eat in there. If they have horrible food one day, I'll be like, fuck them. If I go eat there, I don't like it, fuck them. But I'll give them benefit of the doubt, I guess. But we don't stand by that shit. That's just corny. That's like if someone walks in here, we treat them different. You can't treat nobody different just because of the way they look. Like, what are we? What, this is 2022.
You might have to go eat there tomorrow, bro, and let us know.
I know. I might have to go check it out.
Should we be the sacrificial lambs?
Sacrificial lambs and do a quick test of Nicks on Broadway.
See where they see us.
Yeah, y'all let me know. I can't be in situations like that.
I can't either, but I I'll start wilding.
I might hurt someone, bro.
We worked in that industry for a long time, so he knows about the industry. Restaurant industry.
Me too.
It's a grimy industry.
This is a joke, bro.
It's a grimy industry.
Yeah.
And for that to happen on top of that,
just know y'all ain't eating clean food.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Bringing it back to
my God.
Yeah, we're gonna see what the fuck. They
That's
were split
crazy.
in the restaurant.
Yeah, so and Nick, but I don't think it's Nick. I think it's Derek, the owner. Whoever you are, open invitation if you want to speak. There's a platform you want to come and check people's sources, verify the story. I have no idea. You're more than welcome.
You gotta say something about it.
But you gotta speak up.
Yeah.
Right, but is it like, we gotta know more. Like, is it the actual like owner running like the Google reviews and all of this shit? The Yelp? Is it the manager?
From my recollection,
if his name's Derek, why is it called Nicks?
Yeah,
what's going on?
Yeah,
questions.
Come on.
I think it's so because on reviews it says Nicks on Broadway responds, and it says owner responds, and on his page is like. He says like he's the owner, it's like a white guy.
So even on the reviews that people have been leaving, he hasn't responded either.
On the recent ones, no, but the older ones, yes, he always responds. But to these, he hasn't responded.
He's not.
So it's like, what's going on? Why aren't you
Nicks
responding?
are racist.
Yeah. It's like silence. Silence is sign of complicity. Whatever the word is.
Point. Why the fuck is your name Derek and it's Nicks?
Yeah, and if you turn out to be this racist establishment and. You are being fishier than you already are, then you might turn into Dicks on Broadway. Might never go there again.
I like that one. Yeah.
Nothing against Dicks, but
yeah, because we like Dick's Sporting Goods. But if
your
shit turns into Dicks on Broadway, it's because you're a fucking dick.
Yeah. Dicks on Broadway sounds like an amazing play.
It does.
Straight cocks everywhere.
We might have just sold someone an idea.
Lin-Manuel
Miranda, where you at? Where we need you. Jesus Christ.
Dicks on Ice.
Got the whole musical and shit.
Dicks on Ice.
Maybe not Dicks on Broadway, because then he's gonna attract a whole other crowd over there, and then he'll have business. We don't want that.
Yeah. So that's that situation. Another situation, the gas prices just being higher and higher every fucking day.
No, bro. I'm gonna go buy a bike this week.
Oh
my mama.
God. I told the guys this like as a warning, like when the war got announced. But it's slowly progressing.
Happen,
the bike, like a bike.
Yeah, I'm buying a bike. A bicycle.
I don't. Yeah, honestly, man, it was 50 today. I'm a ride with Marloon, man.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Yeah,
Oh,
bro.
the temperature, right? Temperature.
Yeah, bro, 100%.
Oh, the temperature. Yeah, if it ever hits 50, I'll probably kill myself.
I gotta put premium in my
like
shit
$50.
now. You feel me? Like,
Expensive gas.
fuck,
I mean,
bro,
stuff.
$20 and that shit didn't even get to a quarter, bro.
I mean, even the cheapest gas is like $4 and like.
That's what I'm
30
saying, bro.
fucking
Imagine
right,
I
that
gotta
shit's
pump
wild.
fucking $5 and shit.
Yeah.
Bro,
Fuck
last
that,
year,
bro.
it did not. It like right now, no word of a lie, it must take me like $70 to fill my tank.
Dang.
Which
Wow.
is fucking crazy.
Wow.
That's wild.
That's crazy.
Do you have a 6-cylinder?
I have a very Dominican of me. I have a Honda Accord 2012. So
4-cylinder, probably.
it takes-
4-cylinder.
They do have 6-cylinder ones. Though.
Wow.
They do.
Yeah, but it's just
It was like it's like $70 to fill my tank right now.
You could have a big fuel tank. It's just how much you use.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's
Yeah.
like
Mm.
I use that shit like crazy, but it doesn't help. Also, when you drive like a dick. But
I do drive
90
like a dick,
down
I'm
to
not gonna
25.
lie.
every
listen, allegedly.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm definitely buying a bike this week. I'm not fucking playing.
time. Nah, that's it.
I
Rhode-
work
it's
nearby,
Rhode Island,
bro.
yeah.
I work on Smith Street. I
mean,
live
you
off
could
of
do it.
Atwell's.
You
I'm
could do it.
You know what I'm saying?
Providence
giving
to
up my
Providence to
location.
Cranston. Yeah. I'll do it. Over.
Listen, man, it's crazy though because obviously
Today's weather was nice.
the weather was nice, and it's like people gotta veer towards alternatives, but it's crazy because people are complaining to that level. Like I saw the guy, there was a TikTok that went viral of the guy was like in California, I believe. He was like, "This shit's outrageous. Like I can't even Uber.
okay, yeah,
like
yeah.
all our money
That-
is going
yeah,
straight
yeah,
to
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Like
You
I'm
didn't-
paying
you didn't
gas."
see the post I posted?
Well, you put there's another one,
Hold on. Oh,
and it makes sense is because like this is getting to that point, and it's like people are getting frustrated because we
Yeah,
we
yeah,
can't
they-
afford Teslas.
yeah,
Not
hear
yet.
this shit?
Nah.
That's what I was gonna get to.
Ooh, that's hard. That's hard. Damn, inspiring some dope ass rap
Hard, bro.
tracks.
He
This
said
inflation.
He said I'm gonna dump
Oh
my
my
mom
God.
because she's asking for a ride for free.
Yo, it's getting to that point. Motherfuckers ask you for a ride. Now you gotta be like,
It's over.
it's a sign of the times, buddy. It's
Sooner or
different.
later, everybody I feel like it was gonna happen. Like sooner or later, it was gonna happen that everybody was gonna buy electric cars, but now it's like
It's forcing the people's hand.
This just kind of starts to look like a plan. You know what I'm saying?
Elon Musk is rubbing his
all
hands
these
as we
companies
speak.
saying,
Yeah.
listen, by 2025, 2030, electric cars,
Yeah.
gas prices going up. I don't know.
I mean, Toyota, all these companies are starting
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
electric
yeah,
Yeah,
shit too.
it's
'Cause
because
that's
also
gonna-
the microchip shortage has been happening. So like they have to like create alternatives, and a lot of these alternatives they can make it with eco-friendly cars. So it's like might as well skip gas and go straight to
Yeah.
electric.
But it's
Yeah.
like electric cars. Yeah, we have electric cars, but like at the same time, electricity being created for the cars itself, that's still polluting the so it's like
Yeah,
it's a double-edged sword. Yes, it might
Yeah.
be helping to a certain extent, but you're still harming at the end of the day.
yeah.
Let's
it's
not
a-
get into this, man. I studied all this.
Marlon, like studied, or like you go down, you like research it on your own.
Nah, I did multiple like papers and research and shit
okay,
like
yeah.
that. Yeah, because I did mechanical engineering, but got kicked out. Let's not get into that though.
That sounds
It's hard.
that sounds better than me because I legit like when I first heard of like climate change and all that, I just start fucking going down rabbit holes and doing research because of my anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just smoke and just start looking into all this shit, and I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
yo,
yeah.
why did I just read that right now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't let me get into it. When they ever post like, oh, I think China created a sun, an artificial sun. I was like, oh, here we
hell
go.
no. Yeah, nah.
Nah, listen,
Or
man.
like
you
Russia
know,
creates
when
clouds.
you're laying
I'm like,
in
damn.
bed
Yeah.
and you're about to go to, you're about to knock out. You somehow you scrolled a little too far on
Mhm.
YouTube. Boom, that video.
Start seeing some crazy
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
You could try to put your phone down, and I'll try to act like I'm not doing it to myself today, whatever. And then I'm like, all right,
Yeah,
I
that,
gotta
that
fucking-
video, Howie. You
Yeah.
gotta watch that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck.
But it's real deal, man. Everything's already getting expensive. So gas is now happening. They got the war. There's actual decisions being made on exports of international oil. So now that's gonna drive it even higher, probably by next week.
Weren't they
Outta
talking that
here.
like Biden was gonna release like 40 million oil barrels out of
Something
reserve or
like
some
that.
shit like that?
Something like that. Whatever. When it does happen, that's just gonna just make this shit go crazy. And people argue like, yeah, but it's like every time there's like a Democratic party in in office, this does happen, where it's like there's a lot of inflation in the gasoline.
Mm-hmm.
And also just in general, I mean, everything's the value of dollar is going down. We keep printing like money like crazy. Like,
Yeah.
bro, people never talk about it, but like, how do you think like they're printing money every fucking day?
Cryptocurrency, bro.
The currency of the world.
Get into cryptocurrency.
Yeah, people gotta start veering off of dollar and like
the currency of the world.
Cryptocurrency.
They can't control it yet.
Billionaires are telling you to go into cryptocurrency.
Mhm.
You feel me?
Yeah, and then
Hell
one day, God forbid, though, there's like one of them that gets hacked or something. That would be the day, though. But I don't think it's, as of now, it seems like pretty
Secure.
impenetrable.
And while we're on the subject, Russia's whole thing is like cyber attacks.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, if I'm not mistaken, Korea is another one too. I'm pretty sure that does the cyber attacks, which is fucking nuts. I think I'd rather nothing, but you know. We live in a world where there's war and all this other shit. Like,
Listen, man, it's moving towards very much. Russia's moving towards seeming to be like almost like a North Korean state, where it's like they're controlling the media. Like there's people literally in Russia that certain channels and stuff, no matter what you watch, they're getting paid by Putin and backed by Putin to portray this narrative that's not real.
Yeah.
That's not real.
That's
like we get
wild.
actual support from our podcast and people who comment from Russia. And they say the same thing, like, yo, like, this is crazy. Like, they have to look at American news to get news for their own country.
so over there, he can he control the web too, though? Like,
Probably.
I would assume so.
It
He
seems like
definitely
that way.
seems to have the power. I don't know if he does
Yeah.
to like the majority, but
Because the media makes sense.
He
but-
definitely can, 100%.
I think they can, because what I found like mad just fishy was when I took the trip to Iceland,
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't see no news from the U.S. Like when I would go on the U.S. websites and stuff, everything would be locked. It's like, you can't
fuck.
see nothing from U.S. News sites. So if you
that
have
was
the
Iceland.
ability,
I feel like I'm in a whole other world. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's had my mind blown though. I'm like you really just shutting me off of like where I live.
I'll be heated. Yeah,
like,
Yeah.
that.
Erlen,
Just like
Erlen
that.
was there for 6 months. He's an American spy.
I just got assassinated right there.
We need something like that though, like a spy in Russia, man.
I'm pretty sure.
They're probably already there.
You-
That's
they
Bro,
gotta
Sean
be-
Penn.
there's
They
a
got
couple-
Sean Penn, the actor, one of the most famous actors, especially in the fucking 90s and early 2000s. He's
I saw
over
you
there,
post that.
bro, going hard, bro. Like, he's been there in
He's
Ukraine.
over there.
Bro, he's there.
I saw you post something,
He
but I
hangs
didn't know
out
he
with
was
the
over
president.
there.
Bro, he hangs out with the president of Ukraine all the time. He's been there since. I
Oh,
wanna
because the president of
say-
Ukraine is whatever an actor. He was
So he was a comedian.
he was a comedian.
He was a comedian, and he played an actor who acted as the president of Ukraine, and now he's the actual president of Ukraine.
My man's foreshadowed his shit.
Yeah.
So well.
So he had a lot of doubt
Crazy.
because the previous president, I think right
Fucking
before
Simpsons
him,
type shit
Yeah.
right
I think right before him got overthrown. And there's a documentary on Netflix. You guys should check it out. I think it's called The War on Ice. Just look up Ukraine documentary on Netflix. It's on YouTube now too. Netflix put it on YouTube for free. But it's basically the protests that they had where they fought against the establishment that they had running them Ukraine in 2014 and 2015, years ago. So they've been fighting this sort of like oppression, and the people, they would stand up for each other, and it was very like inspiring watching that documentary. I was like, holy shit, this has been, they've been dealing with shit all like for a while. This is not new. So Sean Penn was there basically to document that type of stuff that Ukraine was already dealing with.
Yeah.
And he was there before this year, and he's been there, and like now all this war is going on, so he's just making a documentary about that. I don't know if you guys remember years ago, Sean Penn
I know
was
what you're
with
gonna say.
Pablo Escobar shit.
What is good with him?
He was the one that basically helped like Pablo Escobar be arrested and
Yeah.
everything. Like it was like, what the? He might be the
interviewed-
spy, bro.
He interviewed him. Or
He
some
interviewed
shit, right?
him, and like it was like revealing. I think he was friends with Escobar's wife.
You
it
read
was
my
like,
mind just now because I thought of that. Sean
Oh,
Penn hasn't.
he's the American spy.
yeah.
Sean Penn better be careful.
He's the American
Yeah,
spy.
we gotta protect him because
Bro.
he's a legendary. He's
What's
a legendary
what's his main
actor.
movie? Ghost, right? He's Ghost. Is he the actor from Ghost? The main actor from Ghost? Look it up real quick, Earl.
I
or
think.
someone real
I
quick.
think.
I'm keeping a buck with you. I don't even know who we're
Sean
talking
Penn. When you see his face, you recognize it. But
Yeah, I
he
need to see
was,
his face.
I
the
think,
first
in
movie I
Ghost.
think of with him is I Am Sam. He killed.
I Am Sam.
He played like a father who was going through. He had like a mental illness.
Yes.
going through court
I think
for
it's
his
Sean
daughter.
Penn with two N's.
And Dakota Fanning. He hasn't done movies in years, and since then Pablo Escobar shit happened,
Mhm.
and then
Mm-hmm.
yo, he's crazy.
Bro,
he
he's
is crazy.
creating his life's a movie. That's what's going on, basically.
Yeah, yeah.
It feels like it. It's like
Yeah.
every time he pops up is like
Yup.
major, You know,
like over the years, we're like, yo, because the Pablo Escobar shit happened like 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And then now
we
this
got
happened.
this, the
So this is
Ukraine-Russian
gonna be
war.
like every 3 years, we're like, yo, what the fuck is Sean
Sean
Penn
Penn
doing?
up to. I'm almost
And then
jealous
when
of
our
him.
kids are like 5,
I'm
there's gonna
almost
be a
jealous of
movie.
him. I'm jealous of him. Like, this guy is like fighting the good fight. Like, we're over here just bullshitting, and Sean
He's
Penn
wild.
might take a bullet, God forbid, any day. Like, it's just that's the type of
He
time
doesn't
he's
give a
on.
fuck. His energy's crazy
I know
too.
he is.
You see him now?
Yeah.
That's Sean Penn.
That
man.
I Am Sam movie is fire though.
Yeah,
With Dakota Fanning, he killed that.
he's a beast. He's a beast. Does it show some of his movies like listed?
I don't see
Mystic
Milk.
River, I Am Sam, Into the Wild, Milk.
Milk. He
Yeah,
won an Oscar
milk,
for that.
milk. Yes.
Haven't watched a single one of these.
And he's gonna win an Oscar for this fucking Life movie.
Man,
My Life, Sean
it's
Penn.
crazy. When you get the chance, Mar, play real quick. There's we'll stay on Russia. Let's update the people on that YouTube video I put in the doc. You know, it's crazy, man. To be honest, like Putin is on some bullshit. Like worse than I really realized. Obviously, I was against him because of like who the fuck starts a war. But when you actually look at the facts of what the fuck he's been doing, bro,
Yeah.
it's been so much wild shit. Like even the idea of him lying constantly. First line, oh, it's not a war. This is just we're fighting the military base. We're trying to demilitarize Ukraine. Bullshit. Because you're coming at people's innocent houses and innocent homes. You know, we're gonna play this video real quick. You guys will hear it as well of CNN reporting an update on Putin.
Hold on. I need to see if I muted this shit.
But it's crazy, man. It's in real life happening. You know, and it's it'd be sad sometimes, especially now with a child. I'd be like, yo.
You guys know you got to play this on Fox too, because the Trump guys are gonna get mad.
Oh, I know, right? You know.
You gotta do both.
They can suck my dick.
I fucking hate politics so much.
Yo.
Like I know a lot about it.
Russian troops continue their invasion of Ukraine. We've been listening to the speech, and so far Putin says this war is justified in his view, and he says, contrary to what we have seen, that it is going according to plan. Let's get straight to CNN's.
Going according to plan, you fucking liar. You're losing.
Robertson, he's live in Moscow. Nick, what else are we hearing from the Russian president?
Yeah, John, there was one strange thing about this broadcast for President Putin. He's normally really in control. He looked angry. We've seen him looking that way.
He looks like
over
a
the past
cock
week or
every
so.
time.
But
He looks like the tip of a
getting
penis.
towards
That's
the
what this
end
guy is, the
of
tip of a
his
penis
speech,
walking.
He sort of finished and didn't seem sure if
He's
he was
stressed
finished,
right
got
now,
up,
for sure.
and then sat back down again,
That
and then
shirt is
told
choking and
you know,
shit.
the audience here that the war was going well, everything's on track, it's all up to speed. But I think the thrust of this speech was all about trying to keep Russians on track with him and with his war. He spoke about giving
He's losing
posthumous
his people.
medals to those soldiers who were killed, 498, according to the Russian military. That was announced yesterday.
Well,
so
pause it
here
right
we have
there.
a day after,
So
only
right there
7
so
days
far. So listen to that. 498 Russian soldiers died. So he has medals already ready for them. Like ready for them. But keep it going. It gets even better. Listen to this shit.
into the war as well. Putin handing out posthumous medals by name and saying that any family of a soldier who was killed would get $65,000. Any family of a soldier injured, and that soldier presumably would get $40,000. Also saying that there will be insurance for the soldiers. Presumably he means in a medical context here. So Putin really trying to keep the country on board, even while he's saying it's going on track. The evidence, of course, we see and hear, it's not.
Putin just made a statement in Moscow in which he said, quote, "I will never give up my belief that Russians and Ukrainians are one people, despite the fact that part of Ukrainians were threatened and tricked by the Nazi nationalistic propaganda." What's your response, and what does that tell you about his mindset?
It's sickening, and it's echoing what what his speech he gave before the violence began, of what he plans for Ukraine. I wouldn't have said this maybe 3 or 4 days ago, but now I'm and many others I'm talking here are beginning to think that he's after invasion of the entire country. And as one of your previous analysts said, he already looks like he's building that land bridge, that coveted land bridge between the Russian mainland and Crimea, so it doesn't starve to water and other supplies. But you will see, Allison, because of this, these types of statements, a big increase in the number of people leaving the country. Right now, we're up to about 1 million. That could go up to 5 million.
People leaving Ukraine.
I am heartened by.
Oh, I think maybe no. I think it actually means Russia. People leaving Russia because people are leaving Russia as well.
unlimited resettlement program for Ukrainians. They can come to Canada under eased rules and stay for a long time. And that's exactly what other countries like the United States need to do, because it doesn't look
yet,
like,
though.
sadly,
That's another thing,
there's
too.
going to be a quick end to this. And just one more point.
You can take it off now, Mar. Basically, man, so this is like, you know, a lot of fucking tangible factors. So it's like the concept of him even like providing these soldiers and their families with so much money. And it's like, but is it so much? That's my thing too. Because I don't know, is there a number to what price do you put on death?
We're saying 40,000.
I think he said 40,000 plus 60.
He said 60,
So
for
60
the family.
if you're dead.
Die,
40
if you're injured.
If you get injured, yeah.
Oh shit!
But
I didn't even catch that.
60 though.
Yeah, it's
Yo.
crazy. It's crazy how like they advertise it as like, yo, like,
Don't worry, if you die, bro, your family
Yeah.
got 60 racks waiting for you.
Yeah.
70,000.
Like I feel like in mob
What?
movies when they talk about like somebody dying, I'm gonna take care of your family. It's
Yeah.
way more than 60.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
No,
What the
There's
fuck?
the rest of their lives.
Yeah.
What the
Yeah.
fuck?
they have no
60?
options. They have no options.
It's
These,
like-
people, these soldiers
It's
have
like
no
in
options.
fine print in the bottom.
Yeah.
If you die, 60K for your parents.
Yeah, they have no options. But
Family.
there's
It's crazy.
constant viral videos online, especially on Twitter. I see them all the fucking time of even soldiers like leaving their Russian bases and coming to the Ukrainian like post and like basically waving the white flag and like
Yeah.
becoming a part of the Ukrainian crowds and telling them like I'm here, like I give up, I'm with you guys now, crying.
We need more
Like,
of that.
bro, it's like what the fuck is going on? This is
Yeah.
like
'Cause
when
this
you have
shit's
your
so
own people
pointless,
against
bro.
you, it's like
so fucking pointless.
it's like this guy just doesn't get it through his head, and he won't. Like some people were suggesting that, you know, this might be an all year type of war if he keeps going. Once he conquers Ukraine, then he gets other, you know, other countries around Ukraine.
It's a power trip.
It's a power
Y-
trip.
You don't stop tripping on a power trip.
It's a
Mhm.
power
You just
trip.
keep tripping.
Power trip. So man, I'll tell you this much: I would never want a fucking medal for this situation. Like I don't know, I have so much integrity. One thing is like fighting for your country if like you're defending, like actual attacks, like the Ukrainians, like those guys. That's a whole nother situation.
Mhm.
Like Sean
Mhm.
Penn and them over there in Ukraine, like they all deserve like
Yeah,
a medal of
100%.
honors. Like
Yeah.
the president going from
Yeah.
the president that the guy that wasn't a president played a president as a comedian, being taken as a joke, became the president. People were kind of iffy on him, and now he's showing you what it is to be a president.
Mhm.
Because I
Defending his
guarantee if Biden, Trump, any of these Americans were under attack,
Down.
going to the bunker instantly.
Instantly.
Didn't,
Yeah.
didn't Trump
Yeah.
go to the
Doesn't matter
bunker when during the Capitol riots? No,
Yeah.
he went to the bunker during the Capitol riots. Like,
Yeah.
and he tried to deny it, but then it was
The shit
evidence
that I
that you were
love
there.
too,
Bro,
man.
Trump the type of guy, if he trips, that's it. His life is over.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
Don't let him fall too hard.
And my shit is like, yo, the funniest shit with all of this is like the Republicans and or Trump guys being like, oh, Trump had a good relationship with Putin. Like, this would never happen under the Trump administration.
now imagine this war happening with Trump.
Oh,
Trump still hit. Do you
he
think
would
we
send
would've
U.S.
backed-
He would have been sending
Oh, he would've
U.S.
been over
troops,
there.
bro. He would have been sending U.S.
That
troops.
would've been
And then
fucked.
people can argue, yeah, and that would have ended the war. But at the same time, you're forcing such a that's a world war.
Yeah.
Once you get actual international affairs involved,
But
that's a world
but
war.
The Trump guys, the Trump niggas, like they think that nothing would have happened because he's like
Yeah.
so
They're
fucking
cool.
like,
Yeah.
cool with
That's his
Putin.
buddy. He wouldn't. He wouldn't betray his friend.
This would have never happened. I'm like, shut the
What
fuck
the fuck
up.
are you guys
That's crazy.
talking about? Like, you guys crazy? It's not that.
But I put money that they get the letter. Listen, you gotta go.
No.
Hey.
And
Yeah.
guess what I would have done under the Trump administration? I would have made a Trump move and not been able to go because of my foot or whatever the fuck he did.
Oh man, listen. Yeah, didn't he do that when he was young or something?
Yeah, son.
It was something like that.
Like a fucking chip. Well, I don't know. I could some stupid shit like that.
Listen,
I would have did that.
All I know is that the first people that should go, if we do need some U.S. troops, is all the motherfuckers from the Capitol riot. Let's send
Yeah.
all of them. Let's send Mister. What's his name with the? He had like a raccoon skin on him.
Yes.
The warrior, the freaking MAGA warrior.
All of them niggas.
Let's send all of them because they're willing to die
Yeah,
for
they're passionate as fuck.
for their country.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah,
ship them out
They're
first.
passionate as fuck.
Let's
I
ship
can't
them out
wait to see
first.
these comments, bro. I'm so
I'm
excited.
passionate about American things, but
Man,
not like these niggas is passionate about the flag and
Fuck
everything. They're like,
that,
yeah.
bro.
I'm like, yo,
Fuck
send them.
if
Nah,
I have a
bro.
president
I'll
that
stay
is on
back
some
and be passionate about
Ukrainian
like football or some shit.
Exactly. If I have a president that's on some Ukrainian shit, standing up for my fucking people, literally saying, we don't need a ride. I don't need a ride. You want to give me a ride because America offers them. You need a flight, we'll fly you out. We need more bullets. I don't need more rides. Yeah. Send me bullets, if anything. I don't need rides. Send me ammunition.
How about my boy Elon?
What's he do? He's sending shit over there too, right?
Tunnels,
Starlink.
Yeah, he sent like a bunch of packages over there. Starlink.
Yep. This is the year, man. If Elon's on some Iron Man shit, this is the year. He's gonna send them a couple suits.
He might just pop up as Iron Man himself.
If Elon comes out with suits, I'm over there. I'm changing what I just said.
Yeah, that is true. If I'm protected,
I'll tell my daughter like, listen, I will. I wasn't sure if I'd be back before, but now I'll be back because I'm gonna get the fucking
I gotta play
Elon
Iron
suit.
Man real quick.
Yeah.
Tony Stark never lied. You know, I think he's still alive. That's another theory. I think Tony Stark's still alive, but we'll see.
All right. Elon though, they always compare. It's like him and Tony. He's like the real life Tony Stark.
He is.
So if he's hiding any suits, Elon, if you're hiding any suits, I want one and I'll go.
I would love to see him his take on this whole situation.
Yeah.
To be honest, because it's like, yo, what the fuck, man? This is wild. And we have like obviously people who we don't need their help yet, but they're willing to help. Like these boxers and stuff are willing to like fight and like, oh, I'll fucking fight. Like what the fuck? I already fight for a living. I'll fight these motherfuckers.
I heard
That's
there was
admirable.
like actually like retired veterans saying that they were gonna go help like the Ukrainians and shit like that.
No, that's amazing, bro. Yeah. I saw some people like random like Americans that were either on the way there or already were there, like on some tourist vibes, and they've been like on CNN and they've randomly just have been trying to be like not on some Batman shit, but like they're just trying to help out randomly. They don't give a fuck, and it's like, whoa, that takes a lot of balls, man.
Yeah,
that takes a lot of fucking balls.
Yeah,
because over there is like there's very minimal, if any, access to internet. They have to fucking what's it called? You ration food. They got to ration food amongst each other.
Crazy to me.
It's wild. It's wild. It's like, and we're over here very, very privileged, to be honest, in the sense of like, we get to right now wake up and not hear bombs and shit. Depending on where the fuck you live, though. I live in the hood. This summer I definitely heard a lot of gunshots and shit. But it's not a fucking bomb.
A little quiet about it because once it starts getting hot out, it gets crazy.
Exactly, But it's not bombs, literal fucking bombs. Mm-hmm. And then you open your fucking window, and you see the building next to you is gone. It's like, it's crazy. At the same time, you can be like, oh, but they didn't go to the refuge site. They didn't go to safe sites. But you can't listen. A lot of these people, they're in predicaments where it's like that's not necessarily ideal. They have nothing, and then what they do have, they might want to protect it.
Yeah.
A lot of older people might be like, maybe doubtful in a sense, or just like, again, they want to protect what the fuck they have. This is my house. Like, why would I leave my house?
Yeah.
But then, and then in the same concept of like, it's not a war against the civilians, so why would I be attacked? I'm a civilian, but they're attacking civilians. He hasn't announced it. Putin hasn't been like, we're killing everyone. Why would he though? It's obvious, but it's like a lot of people, it's like you're not going to believe it, unfortunately, until it's right in front of your fucking eyes.
They're randomly hitting buildings. Like
random buildings. Random
That's,
buildings.
Not everybody's military in there. Yeah, that's crazy.
And it'll be like bombs that are big, but not big enough to like explode the entire cities or entire area. It'll just be like one specific building. So it's like these soldiers don't know what the fuck they're doing. It seems like they're just on some bullshit. Yeah. That's why a lot of them are quitting. It's chaos. It's chaos, complete chaos. Like, and there's gonna be so many stories and so many documentaries and so much shit that comes out of this that is gonna be crazy to watch years from now or a year from now, to be honest, or months from now. Like, people are getting married. I see people randomly getting married, separating from their families, making major rash decisions because they have no other option to. Yeah. They're putting women and kids on trains, but separating the fathers. They can't go. It's only girls and kids only. So it's very reminiscent of like what you would see in these documentaries of like the time of the genocides and everything that was happening with the Nazis and everything over there is like. It's very weird watching these images and it being 2022. Yeah. It's very chilling, but, prayers to the people of Ukraine, prayers to the innocent people of Russia, prayers to the innocent people in all of that area, because there's definitely a lot of random civilian, death happening. People, I think they're not even going to be able to account for like the numbers and the stats. Everything's going to be skewed. Because you got to think about it, like, it's impossible for them to keep track of this shit. This randomly happened. They're not going to keep track of this shit. They might say, like, he said, 500 Russian soldiers died. It might have been 2,000. Like, he's going to lower the numbers, especially, because he doesn't want to make it seem like he's losing. So he's definitely going to lower the numbers, Putin, when it comes to the Russian side. So, that's just sad.
It's just sad at the end of the day that your life is toyed with because of fucking
ego.
One white
Random ass.
fucking old dickhead that just wants to let his nuts hang.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Man. And it's scary. It's scary because God forbid that shit happens over here. And it happens to a more specific level where it's someone that's like radical and racist and it's like anyone of color dies, let's say. It's like, whoa, hold up. Or they go to the most populated like cities of color. They can't be ran by.
They ain't gonna pull up to Atlanta though or Chicago.
I know that much.
I'll tell you that ain't gonna happen.
Motherfuckers will come out busting.
They'll try, bro.
They'll tackle a couple soldiers if they got to.
Listen, bro, if something like that happened here, I feel like they would lose.
I was gonna say I would even say Providence.
I start busting caps, bro. 100%.
We'll fight a little bit, but I think they'll take over after. Yeah.
Like I'm from fucking Harlem, and like I didn't even think about Harlem. I thought of like, yo, if that happened here, Providence would not play that shit.
Nah,
it's like the Nazis. We said it last week. The motherfuckers trying to take over the city. You motherfuckers is crazy. There's only 5 of you guys. You better get the fuck out of here.
Show their face again.
Go back to fucking wherever the fuck they came from. God forbid. I hope they fucking went to Massachusetts.
Let them pull out outside right now. I'm telling you, I'm snuffing one of them, bro.
From the stickiest sticks of Coventry, I feel like.
The stickiest sticks of Coventry.
Yeah. Stay over there.
It could be true, man. Yeah, it's like you never know with this situation. To be honest, what we need right now is a fucking Batman to what's it called? When you transition?
Is he segueing right now?
To segue awkwardly. You know, to segue
21
awkwardly.
episodes deep. This nigga's like a professional.
You know, we need a fucking Batman in these.
Hey, but he doesn't consider
cities.
himself Batman.
His vengeance.
He's vengeance.
He's vengeance.
You niggas saw it, right?
Yeah,
Well, he saw it. He didn't see it, but he doesn't mind. You don't mind spoilers,
y'all
really.
could talk
And he's gonna watch it regardless. He's gonna go watch it. I might go watch it again.
There's not like crazy spoilers, but it's a lot of plot. It's very good plot twists that you don't want spoiled for you.
Exactly. So breaking down, spoiler alert already. If you haven't watched the Batman, skip over this. We're gonna mark in the timestamps, but this is basically the Batman review, the movie that just came out, the new Batman. And man, where do you even begin? First of all, a lot of people were confused. Because the thing is, like, if you know, like, right? I feel like you and me know. Like, we know about, like we know this is not necessarily, like, we knew who the actor was going to be. We knew that it wasn't going to be, like, part 4 to the other ones.
No.
But a lot of people, you know, they just see Batman, and it's like, it's such a big brand. Like, oh, they're going to watch it regardless. They might have not even watched the other ones. They might just watch this one, but then they might have heard the other ones, and they remember everything that happened, but they're like, oh, this is confusing. What's going on? And it's like, you can't be mad at that either because there's so much shit happening with these production houses. Like, everyone always owns a different right to this and this, and different actor, different director now, and now they changed the actor again. And it's like, the most recent one before Robert Pattinson was Ben Affleck.
Yep.
Which I was critical of. I didn't like. I liked the, like in Justice League. I liked him a lot. Oh my god.
I liked him a little more in Batman vs Superman, just because he was like a more older, fed up Bruce Wayne who just went through everything, and now at that point it was the whole Superman was his problem at that point.
I gotta revisit Batman vs Superman because I remember when it came out. Oh my god, I thought it was gonna be like Bloods versus Crips. Like, I was like, this is gonna be the end all be all, but I remember being so let down. But it definitely was a while ago. I gotta revisit it.
It was messy. They threw a lot. They threw a lot in it. I feel like if there wasn't so much more thrown in it would have been a better movie critically. But
because think about growing up as a child, it's like Batman versus Superman. Like, you always wanted that movie to exist, right? Like, conceptually.
Yeah.
And it finally came out, but then it's like, where's the impact really? It didn't feel like it was like a positive impact at all.
It wasn't the same exact the plot. I thought and they used a lot of quotes from it. They even used the suit. And we're going back to the last Batman, like you said, but
yeah,
they took a lot of inspiration from The Dark Knight Returns.
The new Batman.
The
Ben Affleck
Batman versus Superman.
Yes.
They took a lot of inspiration from that, but they did their own thing. They threw in a Lex Luthor that didn't work. And
yeah.
That was the problem with that movie. But I thought
that was the actor from The Social Network, right?
Yes. Jesse Eisenberg.
Jesse Eisenberg. Yeah. I didn't like him as I like him as actor, but I didn't like him as that character too much.
He was more of like a Riddler or something to me. He wasn't.
Yeah, low key, he could have probably played Riddler. I don't see why not.
But this Riddler was phenomenal.
I liked him. There's a lot of criticism online. Marluna, I think you don't like him too much, right? The Riddler, or as the actor for the Riddler, let's say.
It just threw me the fuck off.
Yeah,
I wouldn't have I would have never thought that was gonna be
the face reveal.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because like back in the day, I remember like watching it like with the whole suit and everything like that. And it's like we knew that it was like he was definitely tapped, but like this is someone that has watched him since like he was young, pretty much. Like a secret admirer type of shit.
Secret admirer.
So it was low key weird to me. He just came off creepy as fuck.
I think I love that about it because I feel like we're like Marlon said, we're used to the whole
the suit,
the older,
the question marks,
very cartoony Riddler, and this Riddler was more based off of like
Zodiac Killer.
The Zodiac Killer, and also the more recent Riddler in recent comics where it's darker and more realistic. This is gonna sound fucked up towards the actor. They picked somebody who almost like he looked like something was wrong with him. You know what I'm saying?
Oh hell yeah, Paul Dano.
Paul
Do you
Dano
remember her from you watched Prisoners?
From Prisoners.
Oh
yeah,
my
with Hugh
God.
Jackman and Jake Gyllenhaal.
That was a phenomenal movie, and he played that role perfectly, and it gave me that type of vibe, the creepy killer.
I honestly,
he killed it.
No, he did well.
Yeah,
he honestly he did.
But it's not what you're used to. Is what you
right. I'm not. The thing with me is that me personally, from what I remember, because I haven't watched Batman in a while.
Yeah,
Riddler was like the least like dangerous villain.
It's kind of corny.
They. Like movies fucked him up back, like movies from
Jim
back
Carrey,
then.
The Jim Carrey Riddler and stuff. It definitely portrayed sort of like
But the Riddler is 100% like.
Because in this movie he's like mad serious, and from what I remember, he used to like joke around a lot and shit like that, or like play kind of.
Which
I don't know.
They threw a little bit of the playful side in what he was doing whenever he did that creepy laugh, or whenever
at the end,
he had like
especially
the little jokes or the riddles and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I did like this take on it just because I was going into the movie like I want the more creepier Riddler from like the games and the more recent comics, and they gave us that, and he was even more menacing than I thought he was gonna be.
Yeah,
I was afraid of it being like another corny one, like, and I love Jim Carrey, but
we
look back at those movies now and you're like,
it didn't age really well, and that's my thing. When it comes to speaking of just villains, right? When it comes to the Batman, I'll probably rank this Riddler amongst all of the movies that came out, probably top 3 to me. Number 1 for me is gonna be definitely Heath Ledger's Joker. I liked Bane a lot. I'm not gonna lie. It aged really more for me.
Bane
Tom Hardy. I like Tom Hardy's Bane. So that's probably number 2.
Opinion, I like Dark Knight Rises over the Dark Knight.
Really?
I do, yeah. I do.
Really?
I love Heath Ledger's
Dark Knight
performance.
Batman wise, I've only watched the one with Bane in this one.
Oh, you didn't watch the Joker?
Oh, you gotta watch the trilogy. It's on Netflix, I think.
Oh my God, yeah,
you gotta watch it. It's on Netflix on the trilogy.
Did you watch Joker with Joaquin Phoenix?
By himself? He didn't like it, I think, right?
Oh, yeah.
The Joker by himself.
I'm not a big fan of it.
No?
Bro, I love that shit.
Yeah, I love that.
I think it's flawless.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of it.
I think that, and you probably saw it on my Instagram, like, I think, I thought that Paul Dano had, like, a Heath Ledger level performance. Like,
you could say that, yes, because Heath Ledger gave the vibe of, like, this could be a real-life Joker. Like, this is just a guy, like, in our world, a school shooter, a kid that wasn't loved when he was a child.
He definitely looked tapped, but like the thing with me that threw me the fuck off, and it's like, maybe I'm just like, this is where I get confused, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like, if you're putting all the movies together and shit like that, definitely, are we still like thinking that these people are still the same people? Like, it's still like everything that has happened in all of the movies is still the same person. You know what I'm saying? Because like in the Joker movie, we can tell he's old.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
he's old. And at the very end of that movie, spoiler if you haven't watched it, is when they when they kill Bruce's parents.
Oh yes.
So that was another. I know where you're getting at.
So you know what I'm saying? So like now this is like a younger Bruce Wayne, the one that we saw now. Mm-hmm. But like by the time he's like gonna start fighting this quote unquote Joker, isn't Joker too fucking old?
Technically not, right? Because the Joker.
So that's why I get confused. So it's like, is he like, let's say he's dying and someone's picking up like his legacy?
Right. So unless you end up checking out like interviews and stuff and coming across it, like me and Sound are very, very into it. Like I grew up reading the comics and everything, so I follow all these accounts.
Yeah.
The director said a while ago, I think it was a while ago. I don't think it was recently that that Joker movie is not connected to this Batman movie.
Yeah.
So it's the not. Batman is like its own.
So basically after that after that, when that movie ends, that's it. That's his story.
That's just a separate.
If Joker were to come into this series right now, that's happening. It's a
Technically-
fresh new Joker.
Yeah,
It's a fresh
technically
new
that's how they're
Joker,
It's
yeah.
someone
portraying it.
picking off from like the previous Joker.
And
Yeah.
some people were there was 2 complaints that I heard about the movie. One of them I actually like wanted, but the one of the complaints I heard was like, damn, I wanted Joker to be connected to this Batman.
That's what I
I
kind of
didn't-
wanted,
I
especially at
didn't
the
care.
post credit or something like teasing towards that.
Yeah.
But I do think that could come down just to the fact that he stated Joaquin Phoenix, the actor, that at first I think now he's kind of changed his mind and now he wants to maybe do another Joker, like another second
I think
movie.
they signed up for a sequel, which I don't
Oh,
know.
they
if
already
I-
signed up, maybe.
As much as I love Joker, just leave it alone.
Yeah, I don't know, right? But that's what it was. At first he was like, this is one and done for me. Like, I'm not doing this again. Like, this took too much out of me. Like, I went so hard with my method acting, it drained me. And it's like,
Yup.
I think it's fine. I don't want to touch it. But now there's rumors of him touching it again. But that could be why they didn't necessarily even joke with that, even like as a teaser in this movie. But then people are saying, I think I got verified that it's Joker. But at first I thought it was Harvey Dent. I thought it was Two-Face.
So
Well, I'm like, that wouldn't work chronologically. Why wouldn't Harvey Dent?
The kid from the Irish, he's an Irish actor from Eternals,
Mm.
and his brother went on IG like last year, 2 years ago, whenever they started filming, and like pretty much shared a fan art of the actor in Joker face paint, took it down right away.
Wow.
So I thought the same thing. I saw half of his face deformed. I'm
Yeah.
like, this is Harvey Dent.
Harvey
And
Dent.
I'm like, Harvey Dent's a politician first.
Exactly.
So then he turns his face a little bit. His whole face is deformed. So I'm like, because this is year 2 Batman,
Mm-hmm.
maybe in year 1 Batman, he already had his run-in with Batman. That's why
The
he's
Joker.
already in there.
Yeah.
That was the whole Joker accidentally falling in the acid, in the chemicals.
Yeah,
that's
that's
why
true.
he's all fucked up.
Most likely, because it is the case where in this Batman, which we could talk about the ending a bit, where it was such an epic ending.
Yeah.
It's like that was like definitely the worst, situation that Batman Bruce Wayne has been in so far as being Batman in the city. Like that whole flooding scene of like the whole city getting flooded.
It's like he won, but not really.
Yeah, like he won in the sense of like he
He's
didn't
in
save
jail.
the city, but
He found himself though.
He found himself.
He
He was
yeah.
able to now be like, okay, let me, not just focus on vengeance. Let me focus on
actually being the Batman.
Yeah, it's not just about vengeance. And that's
Right,
what
yeah,
that ending
yeah.
was because, they went from being scared of him and, people calling him a creep and like, what is this guy? Vigilante,
yeah.
a freak. And then now at the end, you got the kid, which was the first guy to grab his hand at the end, was the kid of the mayor. That was like the main death in the movie, the first guy that got killed by the
Yeah.
Riddler. His kid was someone that he related to because he's like, this is me without a parent now, without parents now, orphan type of vibe. And he's so innocent. This kid didn't do nothing. But then that kid, without even talking to Bruce, without talking to Batman, he connected with him throughout the movie, just even looking at him randomly.
Yeah.
And at the end, he grabbed his hand. He's like, this is Batman. He's here to save me. And then everyone else fucking led the way.
Yeah.
And that was a beautiful scene when he
I
grabbed
fucking-
the flare
Yeah.
The
flare gun.
There's so many things that I feel like this Batman movie has in my opinion, over other Batman movies. The best cinematography.
Oh,
Cinematography
man.
was phenomenal.
Nothing's better than this one.
Cinematography was
the
phenomenal.
amount of
The guy from Dune, I think the cinematographer from Dune, I think, did this one.
yes,
That's why that
makes
shit
sense.
looks like
That makes
Dune-ish.
sense.
The car chase was probably like my favorite
best-
thing
probably
for
the
me.
best
It's the
scene.
best.
And then-
yeah.
I think it's the best. scene.
The one where he comes through the elevator and is fighting and the gunshots lighting up the room and shit.
And at night,
Harloon, yo,
phenomenal.
we got the same. Yeah,
That
the same
scene is
exact.
crazy.
Yeah.
I studied this shit, bro.
I love like I'm a sucker for very good
Oh,
cinematography.
man,
Yeah,
bro.
that
bro.
shit makes me hard.
The best facts.
Swear to God, bro.
To me, the best the most I've seen a director pull from so many different and I'm sure you've seen this online too. He pulled inspirations from so many different Batman comics
Yes.
at once.
Yes.
Like
Combine them all almost.
combine them
basically.
all in one movie. Like even little shit like when he pulled the venom out of his suit, it kind of looked like the Bane venom,
Yeah.
which in that universe is kind of like a steroid.
yeah.
He
Yeah,
just
yeah, yeah.
injects
So
himself.
inject
and
them
just,
randomly.
I'm like, yo, this shit is crazy to
Yeah,
me.
and it was like last minute. Like it's like that was his like plan
His last
B,
resort.
his last
Shit.
resort. If shit goes
Yeah.
south, this is what I need, and he did it.
Yeah.
And he kind of did it almost at the wrong time because
I
he
don't
almost
know-
killed innocent people.
I don't know
randomly.
how niggas feel in this room, man, but like to me, that's the best Batman to date.
Him as Batman.
Yes.
See, so this is my argument. I think that he is the best portrayal of what Batman is for me.
Yeah.
Because in my opinion, I was talking with Marlon about this yesterday, where it's like the concept of what is Batman in the comic book. Similar to what people said about Spider-Man. Who is Spider-Man in the comic book? Stan Lee agreed, and a lot of people now going forward have agreed, it's Tom Holland. He's like the most purest form of what Spider-Man actually is. Now, I'm trying to argue the fact that Robert Pattinson might be the Tom Holland of Batman. He's like the guy that literally is a stereotypical play-by-play comic book version where it's depressed. You got depressed Batman. 2, extra depressed. You can add depressed again. Emotional. Yeah. Emotionless almost. Like he barely spoke. His face would speak for himself. His mannerism would speak for himself. Techie. Very techie.
The thing that I saw a lot in this movie that I haven't seen in any other Batman movie, not at all.
The tech.
Not just not the tech. The tech you've seen in the Bale ones, they did a great job. They did a great job with the Bale movies.
Mm-hmm.
I have never seen him be the detective Batman that he's supposed to be in other movies as much as in this one. In this movie, you see him like looking at everything, noticing everything, pointing out everything.
Yeah, especially because of the contact lens, like that it was like something that he needed to like observe.
Even walking through when there was the scenes with him with the cops, which were all phenomenal scenes. He's kind of like schooling them, like he's telling them it was something like, oh, that cut happened. That's a fresh cut that happened recently. Look into.
He's doing their job for them, but that's what happens in the video games.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
When you play Arkham and all of them, the whole Batman's, it's like that.
Mm-hmm.
So when I'm watching the movie, I'm like, oh, this is the Batman right here.
Yeah.
What the fuck? This is Batman for real. It's not necessarily about the glitz and glam. Like you have moments of that, but at the proper timing, it's more about the essence of this person, this Batman, this personality, and lack of personality that is this person who has no parents, very rich, but people who are rich and have everything already have nothing. They feel a sense of like, oh, I'm not happy. Imagine being rich as fuck and having no parents. You feel like you have even less than nothing. Yeah. You're negative. Yep. And then at the same time, you see your city in disarray.
And you're always trying to make it better, and it's never going to get better. Like Catwoman said.
It's like you always go back to square one. Always back to square one. You try to do something, and it's like you feel like it's your fault. People look up to you, and it's like, what's going on? That's what we got here. Yeah. Like, bro, 3 hours of that.
They really got me with the detective part of it because, like I said, you never saw that in other Batmans not nowhere near as much as this one.
I think even in Lego Batman, you got that. Like, it's like, this is amazing.
And this dude is like, like, DC is like Detective Comics because one of the first comics was Detective Comics, which was Batman. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and
that's true. That's what they stand for.
They missed out on that in the last couple Batman.
Yeah.
And in this one, you saw it. You know what I mean? Like,
I agree.
Penguin even said something like, "Oh, the world's greatest detectives."
Yeah.
Like, I was like, "Yo, they're killing me."
Even Penguin was a fucking phenomenal. Colin Farrell has so much makeup on him. I couldn't even tell it was him.
Exactly. I forgot that it was him.
Who the fuck is this fat guy? I'm like, oh shit, wait a minute, isn't this? And I looked it up while I was in the theater. I'm like, it is Colin Farrell.
His little wobble and shit.
The wobble was on point. The voice was on point.
His feet were tied. That was like the closest thing we were gonna get.
Yeah, and he was supposed to play a Batman at one point. He was gonna play Batman. Colin Farrell.
Shit,
he was up for Batman at one point. But he killed the Penguin. He killed that shit, man. I love that shit, man. That was
a spinoff coming with him on HBO Max.
With that's a DCU series.
Yes.
So it's just the Penguin.
Just about the Penguin. I'm gonna assume that it's like because he's gonna. That's what the Penguin does in anything he's in, aside from the short actor. What's his name? That movie was awful.
Oh,
the Penguin from the '90s. But the most accurate Penguin is supposed to be like that, like
the guy from Always Sunny in Philadelphia,
a midget and shit.
Danny DeVito. And the Penguin is supposed to be like that though. He's kind of sleazy. He waits for somebody else to fall, and then and then he starts like coming up. So I'm excited for that.
But this was like it was like the most, to my opinion, like the most realistic. Like if in real life we had a guy that was the Penguin, it was him. If in real life we had someone that was even Catwoman, it was her. That was Catwoman, bro. She killed that shit, bro. That was like, and that's my thing. Like this movie, like it was not like you can love just the character of Batman, but everyone else, the surrounding cast and everything around it was like phenomenal. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? And it made sense.
Everyone was firing on all cylinders. Even the dude who's usually in comedy, he's usually in comedy movies. The dude who played
the mobster, Falcone.
Yo, he's.
And I didn't even get that riddle at first. The fucking something with the wings. I thought it was Batman. I'm like, this is Batman.
I think.
Ratalada, some shit.
I was like, yo, these niggas.
And it's like, oh, a
crazy.
Falcon.
Yeah.
I'm like, holy shit, that shit hit my head. I was like,
because you're thinking,
fuck?
is he talking about Batman? Is he talking about the Penguin? You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah,
It's
Penguin.
like because of the fact that his name is pronounced Falcone.
Falcon.
Falcon,
bro. And he gave it a sense of like almost like I'm watching like a Godfather movie or some shit. Like, what is this now? Now we got a whole nother vibe.
Like
this
some
is
Whitey Bulger type shit.
Yeah, I'm like this is a mobster vibe, and he killed that shit. Phenomenal acting. I'm like, damn.
There's debates going on best Batman and all that. Those are all debates, but it's not a debate. This is the best Gotham we've ever seen.
Oh my god, from top to bottom, top to bottom, you see the bro. I felt like I was in the city. And we watched that shit X Plus Theater in Warwick. They have a new X Plus Theater area within the Showcase Cinema.
So I saw it twice already.
Oh my god!
I'm like that. Yeah. About these movies.
You watched it at X Plus?
So I first watched it at Apple Cinema. Not a big fan.
Really?
Went to the X Plus joint yesterday with my daughter.
Better, right?
Yo, smells like a fucking new car in that bitch. Bro.
That shit was crazy.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah. That shit was crazy.
You went yesterday too?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, right. Last night.
You said it smells like
brand new, and they just opened that area like 3 days ago. But that gave me the full on experience because I think AMC announced like all their movies they're upping the price, right, or something like that.
Because what happened is all of so I'm into the comic stuff, and I'm a big movie guy. I'm a big cinema guy, so I know that all AMC's got the whole Dolby Atmos shit, and that's why they upped their prices. So now Showcase, which I think is all New England.
Yeah.
They're doing the same thing. Why not? I mean.
Why not? People are gonna pay, especially for like the Batman. But that's why they rushed to make Apple Cinema open this week, and X Plus they opened this week because of the Batman. It's like they got to rush to do that because Batman's only in theaters.
My boy works. He cleans at the Showcase Cinema, and they were gonna shut down the theater
to
renovate.
Right.
But they were like, "What the fuck? We're gonna lose so much fucking money
with the Batman." I think they made like internationally. Like $250 million, like 250 million as of today or something. And they only expected like 60, 70 million. It's like, bro, they blew those numbers out the water. That's almost triple. Basically triple. It's like, what the? But it's like, it's worth it. Like, that shit is a fucking movie. Nonetheless,
it's not a bad movie.
Like, I was joking with the idea of rating it a 10 out of 10. But it's like, I want to rewatch it before I make that.
Now you want to change your rating.
Because like, I don't want to be a victim of, what's it called? A victim of the moment or whatever. A victim of the hype.
Of the moment,
I'll give it right now 9.5.
After the second
Marlon
time.
said, what'd you say, 8?
I gave it an
8.
After the second time, I'll give it a 10, bro.
That's honestly what I'm saying.
I have like 0, because I have to like really nitpick at movies.
The last movie I watched multiple times like this was Joker. I watched Joker, I think 4 times.
In the movie.
You see, so it's like tough because I'll accept it, right? I'll accept it because you're into it, so like you know the backstories and shit like that.
Right,
but at the same time, because of the fact that you like it so much, you know what I'm saying?
There's gonna be a
kind of bias.
So no, I love it. You would think that, but because I love this shit so much,
you're critical.
I know I'm very critical.
Yeah.
That's what I was expecting. You know, like because like how I was telling them earlier, like I get it, like especially for like sound. He's like, yo, like he really loves this shit, this and that. 10 out of 10. Okay, cool. It's like I was telling him, I love the whole Fast and the Furious franchise.
Right.
But I will admit that the newer movies are like not good compared to the first ones.
Yeah. Wait on the next one. The next one's gonna be the last one.
But like I'm still gonna love. It is.
It is.
Right. But like I still love them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I'll still fucking rewatch the shit out of it.
Yeah.
But then that's where
so I'm like that, but
if something's bad, I'm a dog.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm the same way. Like I'm into the comic book stuff, but because I know so much from reading and watching animated shows and all that, if they slip up on shit, I'm like,
you'll call it out.
I would expect you to dog it. Yeah.
But this movie all across the board, I'm like, there's nothing wrong with it.
No one's I haven't seen nobody like hate it. Like you either like
honestly,
it or you love it.
There's no reason to hate it.
There's no
like
bad
Spider-Man,
review.
for example, like there was like it was a phenomenal movie. I said when it came out, I'm like, yo, it felt like I was dreaming. You know what I mean?
It was like that, but it's like because of the nostalgia aspect as well.
But there was stuff about it that I Batman and Spider-Man are my top 2.
Yeah.
But there was stuff about that movie.
Probably everyone's almost. Yeah. It's like the landmark of like
superheroes. 2 household names. Yeah, everybody rushes to watch that over Justice League or Avengers.
Yeah.
But there was stuff in Spider-Man, like it was overcrowded a little bit. There was some villains that I felt like didn't need to be there, like Lizard, Sandman. Like I'll dog a movie or especially these movies. I'm like, yo, all right, that brings the rating down a little bit. Like the Batman I thought was better than that Spider-Man movie.
Yeah.
And
I would say so.
And we got 2 Spider-Man back in
I haven't watched them yet.
Oh,
you didn't watch
watched
Spider-Man?
that one?
No.
I thought you did.
God.
No, you didn't.
I
You
haven't
watched
watched
Spider-Man?
them yet.
I watched
You
it.
watched
Oh,
it.
like any of the new ones?
Yeah, I haven't
Okay.
watched Spider-Man. I think since probably like the original 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
But
you
that-
haven't even watched Andrew yet? The
Andrew
one
Garfield.
before-
No, probably not.
Okay.
I think I only watched one of the Andrew Garfield's ones, to be
I haven't
honest.
watched that.
Yeah.
I haven't
Yeah.
watched the Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the Andrew Garfield
one,
one.
Andrew Garfield, yeah.
But I give him a lot of respect for Andrew Garfield now, like, because I've revisited a lot of his movies and shit, and he's a fucking beast as an actor.
And
but
I love the Amazing Spider-Man movies. There's some people who didn't, but
I gotta revisit
understand
them.
why. I understand what. Same thing, going back to what Marlon
Yeah.
said. Like, there was some things about those movies.
But I would say, like, Christian Bale probably is the Tobey Maguire. Tobey Maguire is
Toby's a
is
good
Spider-Man,
Peter Parker. He's a
Parker,
great Peter Parker.
great Peter Parker.
Bale is a phenomenal Bruce Wayne.
Exactly.
Like, phenomenal Bruce
Exactly.
Wayne.
And people respect them both as actors. Even aside from those movies, they have other phenomenal movies that they're always in, and they're household faces like Tobey Maguire and Christian Bale, stellar. Especially Christian Bale, like American Psycho, fucking phenomenal. He's a fucking beast. He's one of the best actors ever.
Yeah.
But now with this Robert Pattinson portrayal, I feel like I said again earlier, he's like the Tom Holland of Batman now because of everything that happened here. Like, it's
he's got
crazy.
like 2 or 3 more movies to even show the Bruce Wayne side too. Because I feel like in this one you didn't see too much of Bruce Wayne, and it was because he was so obsessed with his Batman project. You know what I mean?
Yes, and it was so, even like Alfred, everything about this movie. Alfred was really dope. Like I
love that actor too.
I love that actor. He was from the Kingsman, right, or something like that.
He's from Black Panther.
Black
too.
Panther.
From Black Panther, that's what
He
it is
played-
too.
guy with the fucking-
He's Caesar too in Planet of the Apes.
Oh my god! Listen, the cast was, that shit was fucking
My
crazy.
biggest thing with the actor for Batman in this one is just
Robert Pattinson.
I can't get him out of the fucking
Twilight.
But at
Twilight
so at the
shit.
end,
Some
Marlon
people
was
were
like,
like
"Yo,
that.
this guy reminds me," or something like that. Like,
Yeah.
is this a guy from Twilight? I'm like, that's him. That's Robert
So
Pattinson.
it's like,
It's like, oh, that's why this guy's emo.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, that's why. So he played that very well, because when I think
He's
about
emo.
him, that's what I fucking think. That emo character.
You
But
couldn't
at
get
the
out of
same
your head.
time-
I get you. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just this scrawny fucking
What
vampire.
helps-
Like, I was like,
You know what's
"Ah,
funny?
fuck."
What helps? And you seem like you're into like film a lot too, right? Or no?
I studied it.
Yeah.
I studied it a lot, like in high
So-
school and in college.
So what helped that for me is like I think it was like 4 or 5 years ago, if I'm not mistaken, where we got the announcement that Robert Pattinson was Batman. And I was at Troop and I was lit, and I literally slammed my phone. I'm like, what
Everyone
the
was heated.
fuck?
I was heated too. I was heated. I was like, what the
But
fuck
then
is this?
years passed, and like the first non-Twilight Robert Pattinson movie that I saw, somebody was like, you got to watch this
Oh,
shit.
Lighthouse.
Not Lighthouse. I got to watch that. but
Lighthouse is
Good
amazing.
Time.
Oh, Good Time. I heard about that
It's
one.
the same director of Uncut Gems. Directors, because they're brothers.
Yeah, the brothers. Yeah. I gotta watch that
Good
one.
Time.
He
is
killed that.
Yo.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, I'm ready. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I watched
Uncut
Lighthouse.
Gems was
Lighthouse,
good.
he killed that shit. It's him, Robert Pattinson,
And Willem Dafoe.
and Willem Dafoe, the guy, Green Goblin.
Yeah.
So it's almost like you got the DC and the Marvel universe, and that movie is dope, man. Watch Lighthouse. But yeah, I know he was a phenomenal actor because I remember watching Twilight years ago, but it was like, it's like I would have to revisit to like be more critical of it, because it just gave me thinking about it as like, oh, it's like one of those things from my childhood, like High School Musical type of shit, like something that you knew
No, because
that
it was
girls
huge.
loved.
Again, I never watched it.
It was huge.
but I know it was huge.
Yeah.
I know it was fucking huge.
Yeah,
It
but I
was
was
Lucky
talking
you,
about-
lucky you must have been like single or some shit, because I got dragged. I got dragged to watch those movies.
Yeah, but I didn't watch it.
By whatever female I was seeing in those times, I got dragged. I'm like, yo, what the fuck, bro?
Yeah, I had a girlfriend that would read all the books.
Everybody?
Everywhere she went.
Yeah.
Everywhere she went in class, carrying the books. I'm like, get a Bible, because that's a huge ass book.
Yeah.
Get the Bible. What are you doing? But it's like, that's that fanism. It reminds me of like the Harry Potter
Harry
fanism.
Potter,
Everyone was always had a
Hunger
Harry
Games.
Potter book around every
Yeah.
time. Hunger Games had his moment, you know. But man, Robert Pattinson killed that shit. He killed that shit. He did not let down. He fucking made the non-believers believe, I would say, with this portrayal.
Yeah.
Especially if you break it down to like, what is Batman? You know, not necessarily. That was my thing with Ben Affleck, but I get it, like in chronological order. It made sense to be this sort of almost like Halloween Batman, very dark and very grimy and very much into that role.
Mhm.
But then Robert Pattinson was more of like, he just recently became Batman. he's getting to know this. Like you saw the Batmobile start up, but then it broke down. He just built it. It's like this guy's like, I'm getting to, you know,
stalled it.
Yeah, like it didn't work. It was like, oh
hilarious.
shit, fuck. He's getting to know what the fuck it is to be this guy, Batman.
Yeah, he was just building it because at the very beginning you see the engine outside of the car.
Yeah, and it's the rawest form of a Batmobile too, because the gutted out. It's not like a fucking cookie cutter Batmobile.
Yeah, no,
not sexy.
It's just a shell with the fucking.
It's not a what was it? Lamborghini in Dark Knight, right? Lamborghini, or one of the movies in the dark. It was or was it the third one? I think it was a Lamborghini that they used.
Yeah, Aventador.
Lamborghini Aventador, like a all black Aventador, bro. For one of them, Christian Bale ones.
Remember,
But this is not that. This is like
This was a.
What do you call those cars that you just make?
It's a kit car.
A kit car. It's a kit car.
But that shit is more of a like a old Challenger style type of car.
Or like a hot rod.
But that shit was fucking fire. That shit was.
Yeah, when it went into the chase.
After it stalled, you didn't see him, but you could tell, you could picture him being like, all right,
fuck it. Yeah.
Like.
Yeah,
Marloon, man. Like I can't agree with you more on the chase scene. Like I'm like
that
was like
shit
the
was
greatest
crazy
chase scene I've ever seen. Bro.
Fire.
That shit was crazy,
bro. Especially hearing the fucking car and everything, and the fucking speakers.
Bro,
and
I'm in X Plus theater just looking around. I'm like, is this really happening?
And that's
I'm like scared.
I would have been because you have the engine behind you. Let's not get into the mechanic shit. I'm too excited.
Yeah,
2 big ass fucking turbos in the back with a fucking turbine. Like that's what you're gonna feel if you're driving the fucking car.
So you know your shit about this. So it was all accurate, is what you're saying. Like it was very like realistic.
Pretty damn near, if not. Yeah. That
big
shit,
ass
man.
Fucking V12 with 2 big ass fucking.
Shit might have been a fucking V24. Who fucking knows? That shit might have been a V24.
Listen, bro.
He knows his shit. I might holla at Marloon to turn my Honda into like a Batmobile or some shit. That's crazy.
Man, I loved it, man. I would say everyone, please go watch that fucking movie. Like, I don't get fucking money from saying that, but I wish I did, because it's like I feel like I'm a part of that movie now. Like it's like it was so good, man. And it's like because of the hype, it's like you want shit to live up to the hype, and it lived up to the hype. A lot of shit recently does not live up to the hype.
Yeah,
that shit lived up to the hype, man. That shit really lived up to the hype.
It did. Now tell me this, dog, because this is how I feel right now. I feel like, especially with the ending and shit like that, because like I was telling them, I was like, it was 3 hours long. It didn't feel like 3 hours. It honestly didn't.
It didn't really.
But I felt like there was certain parts where it kind of got dragged out. But now with Riddler's friend being introduced at the very end, I feel like the second movie is definitely gonna add a lot of value to the first one.
Oh yeah.
This is setting up for
so it's like
the what's it called? The sequel. A perfect sequel. It's gotta be perfect, because that's just.
I think that
they cannot fumble the second one.
No, they're not. They're not. They
can't be like, oh, we're not doing it no more.
I think he signed up for like 3 more, not 2, 3 more movies. I think there's 4 out of that he signed up for. Pretty sure.
Damn.
I think, and if it were me, I think Joker's like their big bad. Like I think Joker's their.
That's gonna
Thanos.
be the last one.
He's gonna be exactly. Like he's gonna appear in movies and he's gonna continue. I think he'll be in and out of Arkham if anything, and just kind of like waiting to kind of get this like gang of villains in there, or however they end up doing it. But I think if you're smart, you leave the prince of crime, they call him, for the last.
Right.
Yeah, it's crazy. So, but my thing is like, now do they incorporate Suicide Squad at all to this? No, right? They can't.
You know what? The second thing I was gonna get to earlier is like the thing that I was nitpicking at this movie for before even watching it was like, Matt Reeves announced like it's not connected to Joker. The thing that got me was it's not connected to Justice League. So I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But after watching the movie, my mindset changed, because I'm like, yo, I don't want him to be connected to Justice.
It's like his own world.
It's his own world.
His own world.
Because when you start putting Batman in Justice League, it becomes, I don't want to sound like this, but he becomes more commercial.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Yes. He becomes overshadowed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's like
I'd rather
with
the gadgets instead of the powers.
Like even when I was a kid, I don't know if you guys like, this is getting away from the movie, but I don't know if you guys like we all in this room probably watched the 90s Batman cartoons.
Yeah.
I love those cartoons. When I would watch Batman and Justice League, which was the same Batman, I'm like, I don't care. Like I don't. It's not as cool.
100%.
Because he's not on the street level stuff.
Yeah, it's true. And it's like now more, especially because of this new Batman movie. It's like I'm almost making the argument like, damn, this might be my favorite superhero, because it's like I feel like we need a Batman, especially this city. Sometimes I feel like, fuck, should I turn into Batman?
Throw it on, yeah.
Get the signal going.
I said it all summer. I'm like, we're fucking living in Gotham City. What the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
We need a fucking
you
Batman.
Did say it, yeah.
It's like, we need a fucking Batman.
Up, bro.
We might fucking
I'll
become
suit up with you.
Batman.
It
in
could
this
be
bitch.
multiple Batman.
I'm gonna be Batman in this bitch, you know. But it's like, I need a villain, bro. I need a bad guy.
Yo, we should just suit up. We got the guys in the chair right here. Just
Listen, man, you got go look for them Nazis, motherfucker.
Bash a couple heads and
Yeah,
shit.
yeah,
Go on
hell
PRI,
For real,
Channel
for real.
12. I just bashed a couple Nazis in. What are we gonna do
I
next?
respect Batman for that shit, cause he's real dude. He's out here fucking scuffing, bro. Like, he's throwing hands.
Yeah.
He's throwing
You feel
him.
me?
You know, my only thing is this. At the end of the trilogy, the Christian Bale trilogy, we have this sort of half-ass introduction to like Robin Hood.
Yeah, bro.
What is it not Robin Hood?
Robin. Yeah,
Instead of
yeah,
Robin Hood. That's a whole different movie. That's Gerard Butler. But it's like, what the fuck is going on with Robin? And then now we have teasing. People are like, one of the first kid. Remember the kid that was a part of like the clown posse for Halloween night? They were in the subway being bad. The one that had the half paint.
Right.
He was the same actor from Titans, the DC show on HBO Max about like the Teen Titans like kind of type of thing. And he was like one of the ones that kind of could play or was like up to play Robin. I don't know because I never watched Titans. I always heard about it, but I never watched it.
Yeah.
The only really DC show on HBO Max I've really watched so far has been Peacemaker. I love Peacemaker.
Which was phenomenal.
Phenomenal. Might be their best shit. I love Peacemaker.
I didn't think it was gonna be that good.
Bro, that shit was too good.
It was great.
But it's like, okay, so where the fuck is Robin? Like that sort of concept. We saw there was one Batman and Robin movie, but it was like this shit was like, what is
Trash.
this? What is this? we haven't gotten that, and we could get a dope ass solo Robin movie. Like it could be dope, and like the actors they had slated for these previous years. Even the guy that was gonna play him at that time was the guy that what's his name as an actor? He's
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Yeah.
Bro, I was like, this guy could be Robin. This would be dope.
But like with the whole Robin shit now, it would be kind of confusing to see what's gonna happen. Because remember recently with the whole like on the comic books, he's coming out now as bi. Something like that.
One of them, I think. Yeah.
So like
they might do that. We might get a gay Robin.
How are they gonna introduce Robin? You know what I'm saying?
Might be a gay Robin.
If they introduce,
I think
him
it's
as,
one
like,
of the newer ones though that came out as like bisexual. I don't know if it was like the OG.
So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So it's like
I heard
how, you know.
Yeah, I heard the rumors of the kid with the face paint that was in the subway. My personal thing is like, what
He was black, right? No,
yeah,
no,
he was
black.
Yeah.
Because my thing is like, if they do something like
It'll
that,
be their own thing.
they're gonna do and they might do whereas like either like Marlon said, they're gonna somehow try to make it diverse.
I won't.
It can't be a typical again a white because then
I
it's
won't-
like what is this Tom
I
Holland
won't
again?
knock
Like
it. I won't knock it, but it would be cool if like they just build off that little kid.
I
That'd
definitely
be
feel
cool.
like he's
That'd be
gonna
dope.
play a big role in like the next movies because
Yeah.
he stood out a lot.
yeah, he started
A
out a
little
lot.
kid.
Yeah.
The Morenito with the
Oh, the
half paint.
Morenito. Yeah, I thought the little kid stood out a little.
Are you talking
more
about the mayor's son?
Oh,
Oh.
But he
okay.
still has his mom, so you know.
Yeah.
It would have to
No,
be like
I was talking about the
full-blown
Morenito
orphan.
because he stood out a lot.
Yeah, in
Half
the
of
beginning
his face painted.
because he saw the bat
Yeah.
logo and everything, the bat symbol,
was-
and he
yeah,
didn't
he
do
was like,
shit. He was
yeah.
like, "Fuck."
Yeah.
He's like the only one that saw it.
Yeah.
But then I'm
he
like,
understood what it
yeah.
meant. You
And
know
at
what
first I
I'm
was
saying? Like, we're
confused.
fucked, you
I was
know?
confused. Like, why is everyone with this fucking face paint? But I guess it's Halloween night.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like Halloween night. That's how the movie starts.
That's the
Halloween
thing.
night.
All of them have their face painted,
Mm-hmm.
and he had half.
Half.
And they wanted him to do something to the chinito,
Yeah.
Yeah.
as if like, okay, once you do this, guess what? The other half you can paint it, type of shit.
Like
you know what I'm
affiliation.
saying?
You're fully gang
Yes,
affiliated.
yes,
So it's like,
yes.
I'm
Initiation.
okay.
A gang initiation.
Yeah, exactly. So he knew that they were fucked from the moment that shit started.
They
And
do.
That was powerful.
He didn't
Yeah.
want the guy to shoot Batman, so it's like he stood out a lot to me.
Yeah, nah, he did. He did. That was very like, I don't know if it happens I'm sure it happens in Providence too, but like in New York, when I was in high school, like they used to send us home early because on Halloween would always be like gang initiations.
Yeah, they
So
throw eggs.
No, not even that. Like legit, like killings, stabbings, and shit. Like, yo, you gotta.
Not here.
No?
Oh, because I was in New York. You're
In
saying,
New York,
okay, I
when
didn't catch that.
so
Yeah,
they
yeah,
used
true,
to, they
true,
used
true.
to like randomly, like on Halloween. Like,
Yeah.
All right, we're sending you guys home early, kind of to like throw off gang members and
maybe
people trying to,
back in
That's
the
that
day
purge
when,
mentality.
like,
Motherfuckers think
when
that shit's a
we
game.
had a lot of bloods here and shit like that.
I wouldn't doubt it though, because this was like, but that's what the movie reminded me
Yeah.
of too, with the whole the initiation stuff. I'm like, yo, he's like the
Yeah.
director was taking like a lot of realistic stuff and throwing it in the movie.
100%. And then it makes sense, like, oh, why was Batman even in the subway? But it's because the terminal, the fucking Bruce, not the Bruce, but the Wayne Manor terminal that they have.
Ran through there.
They ran through there, so that's why he starts off coming out of there, because that's how he always comes out of through there. And then coincidentally, you got the crime scene there. Then he sees the symbol, which is like that's where he's going to. And then Jeffrey Wright playing Lieutenant Gordon. Oh my God, he killed that shit, bro. Jeffrey Wright's one of the best actors right now, to be honest. He's one of the most underrated, if not the most underrated. He's been killing so many roles and so many movies and so many shows at once, like constantly. And it's so crazy to me. And he plays such a good Gordon, very like inquisitive of Batman, and like still like being his buddy and like supporting Batman, and very like, oh, this and that, and very almost like innocent, and very like how you would expect him to be as Commissioner Gordon. I did love the Dark Knight. Was getting me tight. The Dark Knight Gordon, though. I did like him as an actor. I'm not gonna lie. The white guy.
Officer.
The other
guy.
Yeah.
With his voice in this movie.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck is this?
With the mustache, yeah.
Mad
what the
annoying,
fuck
bro.
is this?
When Batman told him, like, he was like, I get you for assaulting an officer, and Batman's like, get me for assaulting 3. I was like, this nigga's a beast, bro.
Fuck. He don't give a fuck.
I wanted him to throw a fucking punch at him, bro. I wanted to.
In his fucking throat, make his fucking voice normal. That shit was like he smokes 10 cigarettes tonight.
Or like when they're talking and shit like that, and then
Jesus.
And then like that one officer's like highlighter. I'm like, yo, make that motherfucker come in and try to fight his ass.
Like, yo, come in.
And that was a good scene when like Gordon was like pretending to like bad talk him, but he was like talking to him nice. But then it was like so awkward. I'm like, yo, take this key and go over here. It's like, what the fuck is going on? This is dope. And it worked.
It's so good.
That shit worked, bro. It worked. I was like, nah, this is stellar, man. Stellar.
I was trying to look.
You know what? I'll give the shit an 8.2 now.
He boosted it up. Yeah.
I was trying to see like
illegal link.
Like, yeah,
bro, I wish. I would have
watched
it here. I would have watched it here with a projector.
Watch it at the X Plus.
Yeah, you gotta get it.
You
gotta get it. You gotta get the vibe.
Honestly,
you gotta get the vibe. You gotta pay the extra money and just fucking go. Like that shit's like.
Got to. I'm gonna keep it a buck.
It's just crazy.
To go this week. Yeah.
It's crazy. It reminds me of like Avatar, like that time when people were like, you gotta watch it in theater. It's like this is a definite. You gotta watch it in the theater.
Yeah.
Like this shit was epic. Man. I could talk about this shit for days. So.
Yeah, we could talk about it all night.
Bro, that's like the longest conversation we've had.
Niggas is nerds.
Right. That shit was crazy, man. But speaking of, we could touch back upon Russia real quick. So I forgot about talking about Britney Griner, the WNBA player. We'll quickly talk about her, how she's currently arrested out there because of, what is it, Erlen?
So she got caught like trying to so I'll show her real quick.
This shit.
that pen over
we have the crime the crime object in our possession.
Right there.
You imagine
Russia, do not watch this.
Listen, man.
And they're like, we don't like this, and they just fucking
crazy.
Yeah, the fucking
you can't get high in
pen.
Russia.
Weed pen.
They're too uptight. Them niggas don't smoke. They're way too uptight. You think Putin if they smoked over there, Putin would not be doing this?
Yeah. Putin needs a brownie. He needs a weed brownie.
Putin needs a weed brownie. Like a quarter of one.
Drinking too much vodka over there.
I might have to get Putin high.
Yeah.
Gotta relax his nerves real quick.
If I was her, they had me detained. I'd be like, yo, you know what, man? I'm wrong for this. I wanted to give this to Putin. Bring him in here.
I can't give it to him, yo. But now, I mean, she was 3 weeks now. She has
3 weeks, bro. Almost a month. It's gonna be a month. It's gonna be a month.
And I'm trying to sneak over dab cartridges to, I think, the U.S. back to the U.S.
Wasn't it something ridiculous, like one, or she had a few?
I heard it was like few.
Yeah.
You're going back to the U.S. Like, come on now. You have people over here that will get you that cartridge. You can
that Russian shit's fire.
That Russian shit.
Russia got the best cartridges. Now, that is true. It's a mixed bag of things.
They don't like that shit over there, though.
Yeah.
They can't have fun. They don't want to have fun.
They don't want to have fun.
Them niggas is miserable.
It's different laws.
Upset. They want to have fun.
Erlen's not going to Russia. Erlen's not going to Russia.
Them niggas is miserable.
Yeah, it's because at the same time, people, now they're making it like a political thing. Like I saw on Fox News, like, they did eventually give her like the benefit of the doubt, but at first they were like, "This is why your kids shouldn't do drugs, people." Like blah blah blah. And it's like, that's not necessarily the message we want to portray. It's not necessarily that at all.
Regardless
it's deeper
of
than that.
Regardless of that, it's just such a stupid fucking quote unquote crime for her to be. You know what I'm saying?
And it's like international crime. It always happens. Like, remember when A$AP Rocky was in jail and Trump had to get him out? Had to get A$AP home. It was Rocky for A$AP. We got him home A$AP. Rocky. Oh, crazy ass tweet. I was like, this is real life.
I will say that the Trump presidency just had funny moments.
Man, that was one of the key ones.
Like funny, like, yo, this is so bad, it's funny.
Bro, A$AP Rocky was so famous right now. He's famous now, especially because of Rihanna, but like that type of shit was like so bizarre. Trump's tweeting about A$AP Rocky. Like, what the fuck? But him, I think Freddie Gibbs, wasn't Freddie Gibbs arrested overseas? I think in Germany, Freddie Gibbs.
Yeah.
There's always like a story of like some rapper, a celebrity being arrested overseas for something and then it being like heightened to extreme, like too much. Like this is
the Russia
not
shit is
proper.
So funny to me just because it's like them niggas all collectively need a fucking blunt.
Yeah, and you got Britney Griner over here trying to do the fucking delegation of this weed that you guys need, and then look what the fuck happens. But the timing is like, wow. She was there, I think, right before, because I think now we're in day.
Yeah, she was there before.
Day 12 or day 13, I think, as of today, of the Russian war starting. But she was there for a week before that, or maybe a bit more over than a week. So it's like, even if she knew that was gonna happen, at the same time, it's like I think she was out there working. They were playing basketball, right?
For them,
yeah, she was playing basketball. So it's like. It's
what
such
is good
a crazy
with the
situation.
2020s? Like, I feel like 2020, it was like February, March was like when the COVID thing was popping off, and now same thing. February, March, the Russia shit's popping off.
Bro, I felt like last year was crazier than 2020, and now this year is already crazier than last year.
In retrospect, was like a little bit of a break.
These 3 years still feel like the same year.
This is crazy,
it's
man.
It's like the longest year of our lives.
Yeah, it's insane. Like every month, legit has had like a special moment for that month.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah, so free Britney Griner. Let's get her out of jail right now, motherfuckers, or else. I'm not gonna do nothing.
But fucking blunt.
They gonna make you smoke.
Give that nigga some fucking. I'll go to Russia with a fucking pack of gummies from Slater.
Right.
Some gorilla glue or something. Man, some guys.
Man, let's run by a couple Kanye West topics. I feel like every week there's multiple Kanye West topics, not just one. There's multiple.
I love it.
Put up the photo that he posted behind us, Marlon, when you get the chance, please. Kanye West, ladies and gentlemen, is now divorced officially, at least on. I guess legally on paper, but not necessarily like fully like in court. Like when it comes to, it's official.
Yeah, Kim has said she's officially
for real.
single.
He's divorced. That's it.
Officially divorced. Yep.
But I'm trying to get this.
I thought it was just like on paper, like the name and like they can't like we're not married. Like you don't have the Kardashian West. It's just Kardashian now. And he can't say that's my wife. Like he's been saying that in interviews. Like, we're not together, but that's my wife. My wife. So he refers to her as that's not your wife no more.
Yeah,
that's not your wife no more. And he acknowledged that with this post because it's like, you can't get more serious than this. It's like we already have him doing interviews. Previously, we had him doing songs, which we'll get into because he dropped a video for one of the songs. Talking about people, talking about pee, talking about certain situations. But now we have him completely deleting all the posts from his social media. He hasn't posted shit. And the only thing he did post was the image of the word divorce in bright red and almost like a soliloquy or like what do you call it? Like a poem, I guess you can say, for lack of better terms. And it looks like he did it himself or something. Like
he definitely did. That shit looked so like on point that I thought he was dropping a song. I thought it was album. I thought it was like album.
It looks like an announcement for the Divorce, the album, down to 3 or something.
I said it to you earlier. Like I was like, oh shit, we're about to get Dark Fantasy 2 finally. Like that's what people.
Bro, and that's the thing is like this man, everything he does, he expresses it through his art, right? And his sense of whatever the case may be. Even when he did the Donda 2 performance and it was a whole mess towards the end, he recently said in an interview like, oh, that was just like it wasn't, to him it wasn't like a mess. It was just like a performance art. Like everything I do is like performance art. And you can argue that, yeah, like his day-to-day, everything he does is performance art. Like that guy is a living, walking art. He's an artist, so everything he does is art, right? But then having this announcement of the divorce where it's like, oh, this is a poem and you can read it and it's beautiful and it looks dope and is good and it's like, oh, first it already verifies, okay, we saw the reports of Kim divorce, but now this is him acknowledging that is actually a divorce in Kanye West's eyes.
That first line is mad funny.
Divorce What does it say? Let me
I
see.
can't even
Feels like full blown COVID.
Oh my God, divorce feels like full blown
Y'all gonna
COVID.
have to read. I can't
Divorce feels like a doctor will know that don't your doctor don't know shit. Divorce feels like you're walking on glass. Divorce feels like you're running through a glass wall. Divorce feels like you're being bullied in a class hall. Divorce feels like you're getting beaten up in the mall. Like your hand is getting burned on the stove. Like your soul was dragged. What does it say? Over coals. Jesus Christ. What does it say next to?
Never want to get married.
Grandma never got over that cold. First play of the Super Bowl and your ankle rolls. God, listen, you don't even gotta say the rest. The ending though, I think he kind of changes it, right? He says, "Divorce when we are leave with the opinion of your own life. You are not you anymore. You're what's left of you." Michael Jackson said it best. You're a vegetable. You're a vegetable. You're the real Cosby. Not a Huxtable. Not a Huxtable. I thought he said not Harambe. I'm like, Harambe got into this bag.
Not a Huxtable.
Not a Huxtable. So, what
Yo,
the fuck,
he's
man?
fucking crazy, dog.
He's wilding, man. But it's Kanye. This is Kanye. And I like this, I guess, I would say more than a video of him, like, crying or, like, a IG caption of some wild shit. It's art. Like, this is gonna live on forever. He might make this an NFT or some shit. I know he's against NFTs, but like that's like, what the fuck is this? And who knows? It might come out randomly that there's an actual artist behind it, not even him. Like, oh, I paid fucking Andy Warhol's son or something to fucking draw this up for me, blah blah blah. But it's like,
he's going
man,
crazy, man.
He's definitely going through it right now. I would say pray for Kanye. He hasn't said shit since. There hasn't been like signs of him appearing anywhere or doing anything. And it's like probably because shit hit the fan. He's
definitely making it seem like obviously his kids definitely play like a huge role, but like that he actually did love this woman. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And to like do all of these things, but then at the same time, it's kind of hard to take him serious because of just his past and all that and how.
And now the new girlfriend. So the new girlfriend
looks exactly
she
like
looks just
that.
like
Chaney Jones.
Kanye, fucking Kim.
Chaney Jones. I forgot how to pronounce her name. Beautiful woman. I'm not sure about.
Is she Kim Kardashian though? You
I
know,
don't
I've been
think so.
wilding out the
I don't
last
think
couple
so.
weeks. Like, yo, Kanye, what the fuck you doing? But then like Kim Kardashian posted, Cooj tweeted something that I thought was funny. He said, yo, I'd go crazy too. He like quoted the picture that.
Oh, because Kim is bad as fuck.
She's bad.
She's beautiful.
I think his new girl's pretty good too, though. Like she.
Yeah.
But it's like the fact that the shit,
more,
like he just broke up with the other one.
Yeah.
That's what's
Julia
not
Fox.
making sense.
He's picking up this shit.
Yes.
So it's like it's just for show. It is.
Yeah.
Come on, this ain't no real
He had
shit.
what? Julia Fox.
You
What
go
do you
tell
think
me-
is not real? Him stressing over Kim or
No, with the new girl.
With the new girl,
It's
yeah,
just
yeah,
like
yeah.
a facade type of shit. You know
like
what I'm
these
saying?
girls know that he's not like these girls know that they're
it's
like
kinda-
mentally like, yo, it's Kanye. I'm gonna have my little fun and
We're
then-
gonna take advantage type shit. What did the
Yeah.
other one say? Is like,
Julia Fox said it. She was like,
I want you to know that I'm the real fucking. What did she say?
I forgot what she's. I know that Julia Fox would say like they have an open relationship. Like they would have 3 ways.
He
and
likes
this and
that too. He said he wanted to have an open relationship with Kim, right? Like back during the Pablo era. Or
I
whatever.
think so. But my thing is like that was he got into this heavy Christian thing.
Real deal hustler.
She's a real deal hustler.
Yeah.
Yep. And she takes advantage of the situation, and she did. And good for her. God bless. Now she's gonna get probably Uncut Gems 2 or some shit. Probably another major role. Who knows?
Yeah.
You know. But it's like now we have Kanye where it's like, fuck, are you doing this for show? Are you in love with this new girl? Or is it another open relationship? She is beautiful, but you can get any girl you want. Kanye West. You can get any girl you want. You're the richest man in the world. But Kim Kardashian probably has obviously, a lot of people are very opinionative of her. I think she's dope. Like from what I've seen, I think she has a dope personality. She seems smart. She's fucking doing this fucking what's that test when you become a lawyer?
The bar test.
The bar. You know how hard that's some of the hardest tests in the
yeah.
world. And she passed the pre-bar, so I think she's gonna do the main bar now, or she might have passed already. I don't know, but it's like she's trying to become a lawyer. Like and it's also because I feel like she knows that she already kind of crossed off everything. Like she's done everything.
She's definitely
what more?
leveled up from like back
Well, she
in
used
the
to be.
day.
Yeah.
100%.
She's getting
back
people
in the day,
getting people out of jail.
Back in the day, you could be like, who the fuck is Kim Kardashian?
Yeah, but
now-
now
especially when the whole Paris Hilton era.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
now you got her
So,
freeing
yeah.
people from jail, like using her fame
Right.
for good.
Exactly.
Donating a lot of money. She's doing a lot of
I got
positive
respect
things.
for the woman.
Yeah.
She has doing a lot of things, man. Meanwhile, you got this situation with this new girl, and it's like she's posting things on her story, like validating it to people. Like, I did get a BBL, but this was my body before the BBL. I have a natural big butt and this and that. And it's like
the
new girl.
Yeah.
And it's like, damn, girl, what's going on? And she had to like, because people were like, what is she? Is she black? Is she not black? So she was posting like, I'm Irish, African, everything, blah, 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 gypsy. Like she posted like all her bloodlines. Like, okay, I guess you had to. Did you have to do that? You didn't have to do it. You could have stayed quiet. But it's like people are definitely going to take advantage of the moment. You're with Kanye West. And it's like, fuck, man, it doesn't get bigger than that. Like, people get with someone and they make them hot. Like, there'll be like a rapper, like a smaller up-and-coming rapper, but he'll have like a girlfriend and they're already big. Like G Herbo, who else? There's a couple rappers that have like bigger presence than their songs because of the relationship. People know them about their girlfriend, they have a child, and it's like, it always goes viral. Girls love that shit. But when you get with a Kanye West, it's like, it's no bigger than that. So it's like he can be very selective with who he wants or whatever. So we're going to think, oh, if he's with her, she's got to be something dope or something special. But most likely, I'm pretty sure it's how Marlon said. I think the guy's just fucking around. He's just like, it's all either facade. He's like, people probably thought about Julia Fox however they thought. And they were like, he probably was like, you guys think I can't get a bad woman of color? Or here it is. Like, I can get whoever I want. I'm Kanye West.
Yeah. It's just.
It could just be just that. Stroking ego. Because I don't think it's like a love, like we're in love. Bro, he's posting this divorce shit. Like he's going through it.
Yeah, hell yeah.
He's going through it. If Kim was like, yo, let's get back together, let's work it out, he'll be like, let's fucking work it out. He wants his wife.
Little female sucking and shit while he's posting these things. You feel me? That's
he wants his wife. He wants his wife. But, and in the midst of that, we also have him going back to the ex, not the ex, well, his ex now. Now it's the proper ex, Kim's new man, Pete Davidson. He dropped a freaking video. I think it was like 2 videos, but the main one was like a claymation video, animated, where it's Pete Davidson, figuratively, because I think he kind of blurs his face, kind of make it a vague, but it's Pete Davidson basically, essentially, getting his head like exploded, decapitated basically, and it's like, whoa, what the fuck? But it's art. He can argue that it's art. But I hope that this is not like, people, there was viral tweets of people concerned for Pete. Like people were like, there was viral tweets of like a woman, I think, that said like, Pete Davidson, get bodyguards right now. I hope he gets secured. I hope he's okay.
Kanye's not gonna do anything.
But I'm like,
Kanye's not
guys,
Kanye's not gonna do
he's
anything.
not, this is not.
He's not like actually. Like,
he has elements
this
of.
This is more of like comedy.
Yes.
Like he's using it as comedy.
Yeah.
Kanye West has elements of Riddler. Not to cut you off, Erling. Kanye West has elements of Riddler and Joker. But I would never think he would go to the extremity of like, let's blow up or let's kill people. I hope not.
I mean, I think I feel
at least not like blow. Like maybe like no. I don't see Kanye doing none of that shit, bro.
I mean, I just think because like with the game song, like the song he did with the game,
Easy.
Yeah, then it's like the part that he shows like, I survived the crash so I could beat
Pete Davidson's ass.
And then it's like you see that part of like that's when he likes decapitating the guy and shit.
Yeah.
And, like it's like, come on now. You kind of feel like
seen the video.
towards
It's
you.
crazy.
Yeah, because it's right on point with the lyrics.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's wild. It's wild. It's such a like, and I think it wasn't even on Kanye West's YouTube channel.
Nah, he put it on his IG.
I think he put it on his IG, then he took it down. But it was just like on like, I think Whack 100's, like the Games Manager YouTube channel. It was like very weirdly distributed. But it made the rounds. Obviously, people saw it, with one clip alone.
He's had a couple videos like that over time. Like Monster was one. Remember the Monster video?
Yeah, that's true.
Like
that is true.
He'll release videos that are too like out there,
aggressive,
and then they get taken down. This was the craziest one yet, though.
Yeah, that
boy Skeet Davidson.
And it was true. Like it was another version where it was the same thing of blowing up Pete Davidson, but it wasn't clay animation. I think it was just like more digital with color, not even black and white no more. But it's like, whoa, 2 videos of
he's passionate
killing Pete?
about killing Pete.
Yeah.
My
Send
God.
him to Russia. Use that same passion about Putin.
Same energy.
Man, Pete, man.
Stop worried about Kanye. Stop worried about Pete. Go to fucking use the same
My
energy
God.
towards Putin.
And they tried to recently kind of like on Twitter again try to like cancel Pete almost. They brought up that old, which I didn't know it was old. I thought it was like a new joke, but he had his joke, which I don't know if you remember at the time. I think it was 2018, where even like I think it was was it Chrissy Teigen? A couple people on Twitter like came out and spoke like worried about Pete Davidson because he went to like this like emotional depression after he had a joke about having sex with like a baby or something. Like it was like like that baby was he was like that baby was so cute. Like I'll fuck that baby. Some shit like a very edgy. It can't get edgier than that type shit, right?
Fuck.
And then the feedback and shit from it was so like people were like, "Yo, crucifying him," obviously because like that's so crazy.
What the fuck were you expecting? You know what
exactly.
I'm saying? Even if you're known for like joke, dark comedy and shit like that.
That's too dark,
bro.
That's too dark.
On,
Maybe in context, but
I'm very dark comedy, but that's like.
Come on.
Especially because we have kids, I feel like it was like we were talking about.
It does not come out as funny, bro. That's gross. That's like there's something fucked up in your head.
Yeah.
You know
so people brought that up again, accusing him of that, and like there was a clip of him where he made like a joke about like black women on Breakfast Club, but I think that one was fine. Like it wasn't like how people try to make it seem. I think the thing that can be questionable was the child joke, but that was something of the past. But they're obviously gonna bring it up now because
that's why
Kanye
Kanye's
West.
very extra with the whole like you'll never meet my kids.
Yeah.
That was my favorite post.
You will never meet my kids.
You will never meet my children. I fucking love that one.
Like, bro,
I think it's because of the dad in me or whatever.
And I think he texted, because he texted. Remember, Kanye showed the text with Pete.
He showed it.
I just wanted to be friends with your kids. I want to meet them one day. He's like, you're never gonna meet my fucking kids, bro. Are you crazy? He's like, you fucking my wife? You want to meet my kids? Yeah. All 4 of them? Because he has multiple kids.
You will never meet my children. I love that shit. Bro, come on. Love it.
Kanye always has the best like one-liners. Like, don't talk to me about Yeezys right now. Oh, he'd be like, go find God. Like when he fired that guy, he's like, you're fired. Go find God.
Don't talk to me about Yeezys right now. That's the best one.
Bro, it's like, this guy is like really him. Like he's really Kanye West, no matter what. Like it's wild, man. But man, prayers for everyone. You know, prayers for Kanye, prayers for Pete.
The Skeet, yeah.
Skeet, man, it's wild. It's gotten so fucking so nasty, man. This shit, it only keeps getting nastier and nastier. We'll talk about part 3. Did you watch part 3, Earl?
I watched part 3, yeah.
So we can break it down because I saw some of it, but so you break it down, kind of ride this train, pause. When it comes to part 3.
Whoa.
Damn, that sounded wild.
Whoa.
Don't hop on this train.
Shit.
Part 3 of the Genius Kanye West documentary on Netflix. There was a part 3,
I haven't watched,
which is the finale of it. Basically, summarize it for us. I know that it was more current. Like it even had like footage like from when he ran for president type of shit, right?
Yeah. So like on part 3, he kind of like gave Cootie the boot. Really?
Yeah. So Cootie's the director of the movie. His friend, lifelong friend, who directed his life like for 2 decades plus.
And so like on part 3, we kind of see Kanye once he's like really blown up. Like now when he's going crazy with this stuff. So Cootie couldn't get like, I think he said 6 years worth of like footage in between or something. So
wow.
It started a little bit like.
So it's a 6-year gap?
Yeah. So he kind of caught back in the life of Pablo. You kind of see from there on. And you really see the Kanye we kind of know today. Like Ray, when he got that just ego boost of being the greatest, he cut off Cootie. He didn't talk to him like he was his boy no more. And we see that point, and we see like how stuff starts to change, and we kind of see
it.
Huh?
Do they explain it?
Yeah. He like talks. Okay. He's talking. He's like the documentary is kind of like just him talking,
narrating. The Cootie's narrating.
Okay. Yeah, I was about to say this motherfucker did all of that, and you gonna cut that nigga off?
No. Exactly, he got the bag now though. They got paid $30 million.
No, I mean he did all that for him, and then you still see like even to then like how Kanye he cut his boy off and stuff like that. So
do they fuck with each other now?
Yeah, they're cool now.
Yeah, they're cool now. They're cool now. They were all the listening, not the listening. What do you call it? Watching events, watching premieres and shit. But I think he gave them the money fully, from what I believe. From what I remember reading, it was Cootie and GK, the guys that made the documentary. I don't think Kanye touched that money. It was $30 million from Netflix. He's like, yeah, you guys just have that money.
Yeah.
So yeah, but then what else? So what footage did he end up getting after the gap?
So I mean, it was kind of messed up though, cause like he saw Kanye at a party, and then Kanye's like too drunk, don't even know his name, don't even like, he's like, oh,
he has that on footage.
Yeah, and then Cootie's like, bro, you know my name, bro, don't call me that no more. And then Kanye was like, fuck you, and then fuck you, I'm gonna call you this, fuck you this, and then he switched. Nah, you're Kanye
West. I gotta watch this shit.
Nah, it's crazy. You seen like now like Cootie's really point of view and like how he kind of felt taking that back seat after, but still giving his respect to Kanye. Like, I understand why he turned that way or like stuff like that, but it really opened you to who Kanye is now, the third part,
Okay.
It's crazy. Yeah. It skipped a lot, though, that I wanted to see, but.
What more did they get into recently? Like, I saw, like, in the trailer and stuff, it was definitely, like, him running for president and all that. So I got a good amount of that.
Yeah, so, you see him, like, talking to, like, his people. We're going full force on the president thing. Again, Life of Pablo, you see.
The making of that?
Yeah, like, those crazy moments of where everybody was there and stuff. Like, you see that. So, and it kind of, like... He says the documentary is not done, so it kind of ends like.
So there could be Act 4, Act 5, so to be continued type of vibe.
So he was like, Kanye told me like,
there's a lot happening now.
Bro, but that's what I assumed, especially
that's
now.
Just gonna be part of it.
Now is like perfect to capture all this because like
I want to see some of the Skeet stuff.
Exactly, the behind the scenes shit. Like, bro, what the fuck? Like maybe footage of him running into Skeet somewhere is like Cootie, and now they reconnected because of the movie being out, the documentary being out. So I know that they reconnected. So now they're hanging out a lot together. So now's the perfect time to pick up the camera again, or have other people with cameras because now he has the money. He can hire whatever. He can hire whoever. Because they had a lot of good documentaries. Did you ever watch the kid from Coney Island documentary? I think it was Stephon Marbury documentary?
Oh yep.
I think it was on Netflix.
Yep.
They were the ones that made a documentary. It was Kanye's friends that made the Kanye documentary.
Oh shit.
So after starting that Kanye documentary years ago, having his raw footage, he went off and started doing like his own thing still, and did a lot of prominent, award-winning, nominated type of documentaries. But now this is what he's gonna be known for, obviously, because the Kanye documentary, bro, so far is definitely one of the best documentaries I've seen of all time.
Amazing.
But it differentiates the new modern version of documentary from like a raw essence form of documentary because it's raw footage. There's no like cut to like an interview of Diddy. Kanye West like Diddy now or something. They don't need that. They have all the raw footage of back then, and then it shows you continuously
it's
long
more of
scenes.
Like, make of it whatever you want.
It's like raw. It's like raw. So I'm like, this is that good film making right here.
I
like this.
It too.
It's probably because I teared up too when like his mom's was being.
Oh yeah, the mom
showed,
was too much. That shit had me
so
going
much
crazy.
Emotion, like you kind of forget the Kanye that you know now, and you're like, damn, I see that genius, that musical genius that everybody's talking about.
Yeah. Oh man, but speaking of drama, can you put up real quick, Marlon, the video of the Joe Budden Slaughterhouse situation happening right now, in current time, which I had the clip. I was watching the Instagram live. I saw Joe Budden was live. Every time he goes live, it's something because he rarely goes live. But when he does, it's like it's something.
Spicy.
So when I went on, I see it's him and Royce, the 5'9", former Slaughterhouse member. I'm like, okay, they're probably talking about this. Because for context, there's a album I believe being released by Joel Ortiz and Crooked Eye. They're two members of Slaughterhouse, right? There's four members of Slaughterhouse. It's Joe Budden and Royce and Crooked Eye and Joel. But they're releasing an album that is, I think it's called The Rise and Fall of Slaughterhouse. And it's like the album covers like their logo on fire. It's like a pig on fire because their logo is like a pig because it's Slaughterhouse, the pig, you know.
Yep.
So, and then it's like a whole, like the first two songs already are like diss tracks basically to like Joe and like Royce and like, and people were like, what the fuck is this? But them specifically, they were really pissed. Like Joe and Royce were heated. And, you know, rightfully so, because it's like, holy shit. First of all, they're all extraordinary great rappers, right? Especially lyrically. So it's like, you don't necessarily ever see them ever doing like, let's do this, like a clickbait.
Wait, who's lyrically? Royce or Joe Budden?
All of them.
All of them.
All of them.
Yeah.
All of them.
Royce, yeah, I don't know about Joe Budden.
No,
Joe
don't
Budden.
start, Marlon.
Joe Budden.
Joe Budden's. You ever listen to the Moon mixtapes?
I agree with Marlon. I'm not
really? But you ever listen to the music mixtapes and like that whole era he had?
Yeah.
Nah. You guys never heard the diss tracks he did to Drake?
Yeah, he gave him like 500 fucking bucks.
Bro, he annihilated him. Like
he'll talk, bro. He got
it's just
words.
He's lyrical.
He got words, bro.
To me, he's a gossip girl.
Now,
I can't, you know what I'm saying? I can't take him serious. I don't know.
Listen, nonetheless,
his gossip makes him soft in my eyes.
Yeah,
oh my God.
Nah, yeah.
Joe, don't watch this. But nonetheless,
I don't care what I'm gonna say, but I'm a nobody. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, you're somebody. You're somebody.
Just know I feel that way
running
about
after those
you.
Kids.
Oh, with the Drake fans when he's fucking running and is throwing fucking. Oh my, that's classic.
That was That was one of my favorite.
That's classic. You know, but he has these moments of similar to that where it's like he reaches boiling points, and during this whole news of this new album, with his from his former members, he's like on the podcast trying not to talk about it, being very submissive. Like he'll try not to talk about it because he knows he doesn't want to like blow up. But then he had this boiling moment during an Instagram live, which was just him and Royce. But then Joel Ortiz was in the comments commenting, and then they added Joel Ortiz, and it led up to this moment. Press play.
What did I miss? What was the big fuck up? I want to know how this got twisted up.
Joel, I love you, and I want nothing but the best for you.
So then, nigga, listen to the album then. That's it. Fuck with the album, bro. Fuck with the album, bro.
Fuck with the album. Fuck with the album.
Fuck with the album, man. Tell people to listen to the album.
Look at his face. Look at Joe's face.
Joel, that album could suck my dick.
Oh.
Suck my dick. Don't go there. Don't do that.
Joel got heated, bro.
Want me to put people to this clown show?
Look at Royce just dying.
Taking it in.
Joel's like, I'm out. He went too far.
Yo, Joe, that little comment right there. You're gonna wish you retracted that one. I'm out.
So it was like a threat, and a lot of people were like, "Oh, he's gonna." He went too far. Like obviously, like inviting a man to your private parts is too far. Like obviously, you know, because in New York, especially, that's like,
oh yeah, you.
It's
can't
fighting
say,
words.
Yeah, you
life or death
suck
words.
my dick to somebody.
It's over.
But in context, especially now with this clip, it sounds clearer. But when I watched it live and the clip that I made viral on Twitter, it doesn't sound like he says "fuck the album" or the album could suck my dick. But he says it, the album could suck my dick. But still, it's still offensive because to him, it's like that's my album. It's like, what are you gonna say, suck my dick? So Joel just heard "suck my dick" is like, no, no one's sucking no dick.
It's funny because I told somebody to suck my dick during a road rage incident earlier. I swear to God,
suck my dick.
I'm not proud of it.
Listen, and Joel,
that's disrespectful, man.
It's very, very disrespectful.
And that's just telling the girl to do it. You know?
The dude almost hit my car while my daughter's in the car too. So I'm like, I got very heated. Hold up, neck. Yeah, you could definitely suck my dick.
Make that nigga suck my asshole. Suck my asshole. Never heard that one. You might be like, oh.
You say that in New York, somebody's gonna out of a window. Hey yo.
They wouldn't even be offended. They'll be like, whoa, pause.
You can see the sidewalk guy come out.
Hey yo,
out of nowhere with a microphone.
Listen, but then we have this situation where at the end is like, you're gonna regret that statement, right? But obviously it's not a threat to like life or death. I think it's bars. He's gonna drop a diss record now, or they might push the album back or just add to the album now, and who knows if Joe Budden comes out of retirement. I think, listen, right now, I think definitely he's the most famous he's been in a sense of a personality. Obviously, he had that major hit song, Pump It Up. But I feel like this is like, Joe Budden is like, his face is like, especially with hip hop, is more synonymous than ever. He's had a more successful career post rap retirement
than
anything.
Gossip.
You know?
Say it.
Yeah.
Say it.
No.
So
I feel like it's early
because Joe probably watches.
No,
I want him to
not even that. You know what it is? It's because
he's gonna put me and Marlon on the diss track. So
you know what it is?
He's gonna drop like one bar. Like,
I'm biased. I'm biased, almost with like almost similar to like Joe Rogan, where it's like I listen to basically every single episode when it comes to Joe Budden. So it's like I've seen the glimpses of him that I don't like, and I take the good from the bad. And you see the growth in him. He definitely, bro. He would do this like every episode, like the early podcast moments. That's how the podcast blew up when he did that. What was that Drake album? That the Views. When Views dropped, and everyone was kind of like, "What is this? Like, this is like too soft." And he was one of the ones that kind of killed it because like the promo for Views was almost like Take Care 2, almost like a classic. You have him sitting on top of the building, and people criticized it a lot.
Pictures, bro. The one where he's in the balcony with that good ass coat on.
He had the rollout for that album, so people were like,
"I like that album."
Yeah,
visiting it back, I do like it, but I don't know. I still might.
It's better than Scorpion.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I like Scorpion. Yeah. I like Scorpion.
Better than Scorpion.
I like Scorpion, maybe better. I don't know.
Better than Scorpion.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's worse. I think Views might be Drake's worst album.
What?
But, Drake doesn't have bad albums to me though. Like
I think
I don't know.
Scorpion's his worst album.
It's a whole other discussion for another day. I don't think he has really bad albums. I think CLB's grew on me better more.
I don't really like CLB.
We'll talk about it another day. But Joe Budden is Joe Budden is like I definitely seen like but at the same time I see the criticism where he does something like this and it's like, oh, you're just adding fuel to that fire that people already thought of you. It's like you're telling this guy to suck your dick or suck his album to suck your dick, and it's like people are just gonna use it against you again because like, bro, you just look crazy, right? But even when you watch the full live with context, is like, and the whole concept of like this is a diss album, and he's telling you just listen to the album, just support the album. But it's like if you listen to the song, it's like he can't. You're literally talking about him and like disrespecting him, like it's going hard, but it's fine because his rap and his art is dope. But it's like you can't expect him to be like, yo, go stream that album. If it's this album about you, it's like the most similar thing we got to that was Freddie Gibbs dancing to every time the Gunna song comes on. I don't fuck with Freddie Gibbs. He's always dancing to it. But it's like you don't see that really. You're not gonna see Meek Mill like throw on back to back, or you're not gonna see Pusha T be like, yo, throw on Duppy freestyle. Like no, it's not. You're not gonna see that. So we shall see if Joe Budden comes out of retirement and rap. It will be interesting. It will be very interesting. I would want to see it now. And I do think the Slaughterhouse, like if you're familiar with Slaughterhouse and when they came out, do you ever listen to Slaughterhouse tracks? Or like early on? Bro, that was a moment in time.
Probably some songs.
We got like Griselda now. But like that was
nasty.
That was like what Griselda, like they had to walk
Pretty
so
much.
Griselda could run.
Yeah,
if we're being honest, right?
Yeah.
And that shit was, it made me never replicated, like that whole moment.
Nasty, bro.
And they never saw themselves fully blossom. But that's the moment. That's why people were frustrated because they signed to Eminem, major announcement. It was major. Album coming, Glass House, but it never dropped. And then everyone fell out. People had problem with Eminem. Joe Budden specifically, he didn't fuck with Eminem. Like he thought he was trying to be too commercial, trying to make them do certain things. He didn't like that. Blah blah blah. Major fallout happened, right? I think they even dissed either each other or Eminem just dissed Joe. I think he just dissed Joe. I don't think Joe responded. I don't think verbally, like on a song.
It's not like he would have.
Just gossiped about him.
It's not like he would have won against Eminem.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. MGK almost won.
I don't know about that one.
Shaky lately. No, let me not diss Eminem. Eminem is the god. Because if I diss Eminem, it's gonna be a whole thing in the comments. Let me not do it. Eminem fans are too much.
Eminem made MGK change genres.
Yeah,
let's not get into it.
That's true.
Listen, man.
You saw what he was doing in the same shit with what like Bobby Shmurda was doing at the label on the table and shit. To some soft ass fucking.
What, MGK?
Yeah, rock pop shit. He was the fuck.
He won the Grammy album for Rock Album of the Year though.
He was the only one putting music out.
That's true.
The fuck.
Hey,
let's not get into it, MGK.
Listen, man. Speaking of another wild rebel, The Game has done a 4-hour-long Drinks Champs interview. Might be their longest. I'm not sure if it's their longest.
Holy fuck.
Might be amongst their longest. I haven't seen a 4-hour Drink Champs interview.
Was it good?
I
fuck with The Game.
It was not good in my opinion. The interview was not good.
I never really been like, I want to see an interview.
Well, they drink and they smoke.
Bro,
so like true. 4 hours of straight drinking and
bro,
smoking.
and The Game chugged like 2 bottles of Clase de Azul, like from brand new to end, like a full bottle. I'm like, nah, this is too much.
He's a full-blown tequila head.
So right around like an hour and a half, he started kind of like, not tweaking, but like he would go off track, and then Nori's already drunk, so he'll go off track. It was like a lot of off trackness, but there was good subtle moments. Like Drake randomly FaceTimed The Game, which is dope. And it was like, and he's like, I'm sorry, bro. I'm supposed to be with you right now. I just want to show you what I'm doing. I'm with the Drink Champs. I'm not dubbing you. We're supposed to play basketball, blah blah blah. And then Nori was like going crazy, yo, Drake, blah, blah. And Drake was like, yo, blah, blah. And then Nori was like doing like a fake Canadian accent to kind of make fun of Drake.
Another Game and Drake track would be tough.
Yeah, but
right
even
now,
regardless,
what's that song? 100 or
100 classic. But even regardless, it's dope to show you like, yo, this motherfucker Drake he's always connected with these guys no matter what. He's always 1 degree of separation from like the moment in time. Yeah. So now he's a part of that Drink Champs interview, and at the same time he was talking about doing one himself before, like he promised Nori one, and then they touched upon it again. So we might get a Drake interview soon. We need that shit.
Yeah,
but it has to be properly
the longest one.
Yeah.
But then again, Drake might not have the time for it.
You think drinking and smoking like that? I don't think Drake will drink and smoke as much.
He drinks and smokes.
Some sexy
listen,
shit.
Man.
He drinks and smokes, so who knows?
Drink some sexy shit.
100%.
Like
but
wine.
for his brand image,
No.
He's got to control that, I would imagine.
Yeah.
I don't think you get wasted and shit like that, but
regardless, when you do get wasted, you get wild comments like the game. Yeah. The game said what he said about Dr. Dre, that Kanye West did more for me in 2 weeks than Dr. Dre did for me in my whole career, which is a blasphemous statement because he didn't. Okay, Kanye gave you clout with that song. I guess he made you hot again, you can say. But that's all it is. And that's objectively because that's to whoever thinks he's cold.
Your album hasn't dropped yet.
Exactly.
So, like, let's see.
You know, but he is saying like
another album coming out?
Yeah. Fully produced by Kanye. That's why that song Easy is like a single for the Game album. But he did say, like, you know, Kanye put me in rooms with, like, Elon Musk and these people. And it's like, yeah, I get that. But, Doctor's Advocate, like, the everything that Dr. Dre did early on, like, you were seen as a Dr. Dre artist. Like, you can't say that. And he's just, like, butthurt because he wasn't at the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
It's like, why would they put you at the Super Bowl?
And it's like,
I don't think he should have been at the Super Bowl. Like, why would the Game? He has hits. But it's like, no, bro. Like, and if you have him at the Super Bowl, then you got to get Ice Cube. Like, you got to get everything that Dr. Dre, like why would you do Game before Ice Cube?
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't make fucking sense, bro.
Yeah.
You got to get out your ego.
But yeah, you're right with
I love the Game, bro. He's one probably, might be top 10 to me. Like, I love the Game.
He's
like,
top 10 to me for sure.
I love the Game. Like, people very 100%. Underrate him. I don't know why. He's really good rapping. But Super Bowl, like, bro, like, you got to take your ego aside. And even another ego thing, which I'm going to make a separate clip and people are going to debate when it comes to Eminem. He said that he thinks, 1, he's a better rapper than Eminem. 2, he'll beat Eminem in a versus. Now, this has caused uproar by the stands online. They think he's delusional. They think he's freaking a lunatic.
I don't think he's delusional.
I don't think he's really delusional.
Oh, okay.
I would love to see that.
I think he has the hits.
I would love to see that because I can't. And I love Eminem, and that's.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But Game is. Game is. He's vicious, man.
Game is vicious. Game is very vicious. Obviously, if we're talking about 8 Mile rap battle, obviously Eminem.
Right.
Like, that's Eminem.
Right.
But that's not what we're talking about here.
Yeah.
We're talking about verses on that stage with these tracks, maybe some blasphemous statements here and there,
Listen,
back
Eminem
and forth.
Doesn't play his old shit.
That's all it. Yeah, that's all it's gonna be.
The Game might win.
Yeah. But then, obviously, this is going to be a figment of our imagination. This is never going to happen. This is never going to happen.
No, I don't know.
Because Eminem would face so many other people before the Game.
Yeah.
Same with the Super Bowl. Bro, you want these things to happen. They're not happening.
There's nobody.
You might be deserving of them to some extent, but you're not. That's not going to happen.
Yeah.
You're not going to get a versus with Eminem. You're not going to beat the Super Bowl at halftime. Maybe ever. Think about it. Unless he goes on a crazy 10-year run again.
You're mean, bro.
No, bro, it's being honest.
Never say never, bro. You know,
he might pop up as a backup dancer.
There's nobody more. There's like vicious is the perfect word to describe Game. I'm a huge Game fan, and I feel like there's nobody else for Eminem to face like perfect for him more than Game.
They both name drop a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of pop culture references in their raps. Both of them.
Yes.
It's not that far fetched. It would work.
Listen, man,
I feel like that's.
I would want to see it.
I'm praying to God this new album gonna be fucking disgusting.
Yeah,
it has to
I
be
think it will be because the
be.
rollout so far easy. Like it reminds me of and I might be wrong. You know, we're all Game fans in this room. Personally, I feel like his last good album, and I think it's only two albums ago, was the documentary 2. Like the rollout, the rollout for that was 100 was the first song.
Yeah, and that was like And the only thing I think that ruined that one was because he kind of did that 2.5 shit. It was like, what is this? Like a deluxe?
Yes.
It's like, what? You're confusing people. Don't ruin it. Keep it how it is. Like, what is this 2.5 deluxe shit? And I think it was a deluxe for the 2.5. This is too much. It's too long of an album. Let's just keep it concise.
Just leave it. Yeah.
But before that, even that, Jesus Piece. That album was phenomenal. The Jesus Piece album.
Before that, yes.
Oh my God, that was a good ass album, bro. Jesus Piece. Oh my God, Ali Boumaier.
I think in between now and then was just the 1990 something album, 1995.
Yes, I think so.
I didn't like
that too much.
Game has that though. He'll come out with like 2 or 3 solid albums, and then one of them will miss, and then he'll come out again with.
Yeah. The last one I think was Born to Rap.
Like when he wants to, he can pick.
Oh,
that
his
shit
last
back
one
up.
was Born to Rap.
I think it was Born to Rap, right? I think it was Born to Rap.
Okay, so
sure.
it was the 1990 something album, and then it was Born to Rap.
Born to Rap cover art. Everyone was pregnant. A bunch of pregnant girls in the studio. Controversial cover art.
Yeah.
And it's like, what the fuck is this?
But
That was questionable. But it was like, that's the Game.
And who did it now?
Drake? Yeah, Drake, right? Yeah, that's what people said because the emojis, the pregnant girls. He took it from the Game. Born to Rap.
But Drake does it. He gets away with it. But our boy Game does it. Drake can get away with anything.
But Drake did away.
Drake's bulletproof.
Emojis and shit.
Well, the thing
though.
is the
They had a
timing
real
too.
pregnant woman.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Listen, the game, man. I would say
Bitches now is nothing.
Overall, I didn't like the interview.
I'm
Overall,
glad I'm in a room with game fans because I feel like some people are like,
people hate him, bro.
whatever. I'm like,
I know.
yo,
I've
I
been
love
in
game.
conversations with people. They hate him.
You know, the new generation don't know.
Yeah, they're not gangster.
I don't know. They don't
It's too
know.
much of a real
They're
rap.
not
They don't
gangster.
know
Yeah.
that shit,
The
bro.
game's good. I'm sorry.
Games,
If you guys
all
hate
that
him,
shit.
fucking hate him. I fucking like
Boy,
the game a lot.
bangs,
You guys are
nasty.
delusional.
You guys are not
Game's good.
gangster.
Yeah, the game's fucking good, bro. When it comes to gangster rap, like, it's Jesus Christ. Now, last topic we can discuss is the beef going on with J Balvin and Residente. Or it might not even be a beef. It might be just an annihilation of someone's career. Because Jesus Christ, for those who don't know, are you not up to speed on this one?
I'm like offended that he's coming at Residente right now.
Listen, but that's the thing, right? So you can
I'm
argue.
not up to speed, so catch me up to speed.
You can argue that Residente kind of started this.
He did.
Because it's like, it's a sense of like, almost like a bully tactic.
So you sent the video of him explaining why this started, right?
Oh no, Residente
Or no?
started this beef. I thought you meant like started the John like
The what?
I feel like I thought you were saying like Residente started like the whole this kind of like genre that everybody's doing right now.
Like battle rap type?
Oh, like the battle, like what, like
no, not even like I was telling someone the other day who's a big Bad Bunny fan. Like I feel like
like Atrévete, like
yeah,
that,
like
those moments.
Residente started the whole like that
Hot
very
dog.
raunchy, that very raunchy like like
explicitive.
like,
Yeah, he that's
Well,
a
he
good
started
point.
the beef, is what you're saying.
He started the beef. Yes, what I'm saying is he started the beef with J Balvin in a sense where he explained it in an interview, but he kind of necessarily, it just showed his ego.
Wait, what did he say?
He said that it was
because I haven't watched the stuff either, and
He
I
said
haven't
it
heard
was,
like the whole diss track completely.
it was that just he didn't like his stand on the Grammy tweet that he did. He tweeted something about the Grammys, Latin Grammys, that they deserve.
He should have won. Like
That he
J
should have
Balvin
won.
more,
Yeah, or like we need more recognition in the Grammys. But he's like, I'm nominated for one, but it's like, I'm not being salty, guys. I'm just saying we need more representation, right? And Residente didn't like that. He was like, what are you talking about? Like, why would you say that, this and that? But to break it down even further, Residente said this, but not to this extent. Years ago, I think Daddy Yankee, a couple artists years ago were trying to do this type of same thing that J Balvin did, have like a protest, like anti-Latin Grammys. But he didn't go full-fledged. But for some reason, he went full-fledged with J Balvin. Like he just sees him as such like a weak link, because to him it's like.
Well, I was just gonna say compare J Balvin to like Daddy Yankee and shit like
Yeah,
that.
like Nicki Jam. Imagine trying to come out.
Exactly.
Yeah,
J
yeah.
Balvin is the
Nicki
most
Jam.
pop of any Spanish rapper. Think about it. Because you have Bad Bunny.
I
Bad
guess-
Bunny's the biggest,
I guess
but Bad
it's-
Bunny still gives you real raw
kinda
moments.
Does come off as kind of like bullying, I guess. You know what I'm saying?
Because
But
it's
at the same-
unnecessary.
But J Balvin has done some questionable stuff.
Mm-hmm. And in that
he
moment,
speaks about it on the diss track.
on the diss
you know?
track, in that moment, because of this, right, they had that sort of difference of opinions, and he called him a hot dog. He's like, you're a hot dog. He said, because your music is like fast food, so you're a hot dog. He's like, you guys make hot dogs. He talked about like basically that whole generation of like
Hot dog.
what can we compare it to, like over here, like probably like mumble rap or something, like this consumable TikTok
Residente
raps
said it about
J Balvin. He's like, you're TikTok raps basically, right?
Not really, bro.
And it's like, okay, I guess so. And it's like J Balvin took it like, all right, you're gonna call me that? Let me drop hot dog merch. Let me like run with this. Like, okay, you wanna just like, I'm gonna just do this. But then Residente didn't like that. He said in the interview, he's like, I didn't like this because he kept going with this sort of like money over everything. Like he doesn't have integrity. He's not a real artist. He's not like me. Like he's not raw, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, you can argue that, yes. And I kind of played into that with the reaction, but I was obviously heightening
you
it
can
to be
argue
funny.
But like at the same time, if you think about it, my bad to cut you
No,
off.
no worries, go.
It's two different generations.
Yes.
So like Residente, you would have expected like someone from his generation to clap back type
Mhm.
shit. He's
Right
like,
away
fuck
with
that,
this,
J Balvin, I'm gonna take advantage of this shit. Guess
Yeah.
what? You being butthurt, I made money off of you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And it's also like J Balvin's not known for his lyrics. So he's like, why?
Yeah.
He's not a lyrical miracle. So you expect him to rap back? You know he's not going to. So you're doing this, and it's like, you know he's not going to do that. But there is just shadiness from J Balvin's side, whereas like he did a couple things. One of the things was after the whole Latin Grammys post and like everything, he had Canelo Alvarez get involved randomly.
What the fuck is going on?
He made Canelo Alvarez call Residente, and Canelo Alvarez called Residente and was like, "You guys gotta squash this, blah 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 blah." And then Residente was like, "All right, I'll talk to J Balvin, I guess." He's like, "Why the fuck are you calling me?" But okay, we'll do it.
So weird.
Very random, big name dropping, right? It's like, well, these guys are like on some Putin level of power, but like they use it for their own shit, right?
That's so
Random.
Yeah. And those are two niggas on this podcast that I'm like, yo, if they're getting involved in shit like this, send them to Russia. Canelo, go to Russia.
Yeah, we gotta send Canelo Alvarez to Russia, beat up some motherfuckers. But it's like now we have him involved, and now they reached a mutual agreement where it's like, if you take your post down, I take my post down. So they did that. They both took each other's posts down because I think Residente had an IGTV and J Balvin had that tweet. They both took it down. But then after, I guess he did that hot dog. He's selling hot dogs and shit, the merch and shit. And then Residente didn't like that. He's like, and he started calling him. He wouldn't pick up. He's like, he's not responding to his text. He's like, is this guy trying to play me? Like, what's going on? I thought we reached like some sort of agreement. So then he kind of felt butthurt again. He's like, oh no, this guy's grimy. Like, this guy's grimy, blah, blah, blah. And even after that, this diss track, which is now viral, I think it's the #1 streaming song this entire month.
Is his shit, bro.
He kills him. But aside from that, J Balvin had sort of like recollection, or someone was telling him like there was like a bird in his ear that he was gonna go there and freestyle. He went to freestyle to this place called BZRP. It's almost like Funk Flex, but like for the Latin world times 20. Like BZRP's viral. So Residente was going on there, and J Balvin heard about this, so he tried to make some calls to like tell BZRP like, yo, and BZRP got the phone call. He's like, if you do this, this is gonna hurt your career, BZRP. Pick a side. You can't be picking sides. Like, don't do this.
But didn't it actually start as a normal freestyle, and then someone brought up the situation, and he turned it into the diss track?
No, I don't know. That could be true, but what I know is true.
What happened.
What I know is true is that it was almost like a Drake situation where it was such a dirty diss track that it had more to it, but he dialed it down. Because of J Balvin's, I think, mother is sick. Someone was sick recently. So he dialed it down. Not only did he dial it down, he didn't drop it when he was going to drop it. He was going to drop it, I think, a month ago. I think it's like, this is old. The song is old. The freestyle is old. But he pushed it back because of the situation with J Balvin held. But then he started seeing it as if like similar to the Knicks on Broadway, where it's like you're posting a sympathy post maybe to skew people off from coming at you. So he saw that as like, oh, maybe you don't want me to drop this song, but it's like, are you kind of like spicing up this health situation with your mom? Like, why are you posting photos with his dog? He would post photos with his dog, like sad and shit. He's like, wait a minute, J Balvin.
That's why he talked.
Are you trying to like? Yeah, that's why he talked about it in the diss track. That's why he's like, wait a minute, are you trying to like fuck me? Yeah, he's like, are you trying to fuck me? Or he killed him, bro. He killed him, bro. But then finally, the fucking song is out, and he killed him. The whole song you can argue is against him, but really the third verse is like directly at him. The first two are like, you can kind of say is like anyone that's like a J Balvin, like a pop rapper, Spanish world. He's coming at that, right?
Yeah, with the whole rainbow hair.
Yeah, it was almost like a control verse. It was like a control verse mixed with like a random freestyle type of vibe. Like, it was very crazy. Came at him, but then he shouted out the rappers he supports and the rappers he likes, and announcing his retirement at the end. Basically, like, I'm retiring and I'm taking him with me, like almost like some Undertaker shit. Like, damn, I'm taking him to the grave. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Before I die,
one more soul. I'm taking. So it's like, damn. And now we haven't seen nothing after, like, from J Balvin. I think we never will. I don't know. I don't think we will. I don't think he should.
So it's Residente. I got confused in the beginning, but now
so it's Residente killed him. He killed the hot dog.
Makes sense.
J Balvin hot dog.
Makes sense.
J Balvin killed Residente with a rap.
I don't know why I'm a big Residente fan. Like, when he was dropping shit back then with Atrévete.
Residente is hard, bro.
He's hard. Calle 13 that whole movement.
He's hard, bro.
Phenomenal.
I forgot. He has this one song, man. I don't remember the lyrics, but the video is like him in the beach with some female, and there's like, it's like war going on.
Oh, René? I think it's René.
I don't know.
It is. Yeah,
I don't know, but that song is phenomenal.
I think it's René.
Yeah,
I think it's René.
I was talking to someone. I kind of went, and I hate doing this, but I kind of went like old head on somebody the other day who's like a big Bad Bunny fan, and I'm like, yo, like the raunchy, like we were talking about how like raunchy Bad Bunny is. That's like 90% of his shit, right?
Yeah,
and he's nasty, whatever. Like that's just how he is. But Residente was like the first one.
Oh, he was nasty.
He was
bro.
It's true. You can argue that.
People didn't like him because of
definitely,
that.
And he's definitely
very explicit.
He's definitely an influence of Bad Bunny.
Oh,
like,
100%.
That's a fact. 100%. Like, he looks up. Bad Bunny looks up to him.
I don't
shit.
think he wouldn't fucking say no.
Yeah, that's you know. But it's like that concept of like the hot dog shit, right? it also is a bit hypocritical because his career started off like that. Like that song alone, the Atrévete, you can say that's a hot dog song.
Yeah,
and even the song with Bad Bunny, Bien Bellacoso, that's a hot dog song. That shit has like 1 billion views. That's a hot dog. Like, so it's like he just has this sort of like dialed down on this sort of like live and die by I'm a lyrical rapper.
With him is kind of different though because of again generation. That's why that's the biggest argument here. So it's like because
but J Balvin's been rapping for a while,
right? But
I think he said in the interview, which was interesting to me, he said that he would work. I think J Balvin was rapping before him. He would work at Toys R Us and play J Balvin songs. I swear to God, he said some shit like that, and I was like, "What the fuck?" But it makes sense.
Because Residente's old.
Residente's old, but
he's been
J Balvin's old too, nigga.
Nah, I don't think he's.
Yeah, but I don't think he's been.
Old.
Nah.
Yeah, he's definitely not.
Let's look up ages right now. Watch J Balvin.
But like how long? How long?
was like Don Omar. Like that's
yeah. He's that old. Yeah.
He's
okay, 36.
Daddy Yankee era.
He's 36,
Tego
right?
Calderon.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Damn, that's a classic, bro. Yeah, no, he's definitely from like those times back then. I don't think
same age.
Same age, but
same age as J Balvin. 36.
But 04.
Del closet, destápate, quítate el desmalte, deja de taparte, que nadie va a retratarte, levántate,
what's that J Balvin?
Préndele, sáquele chispa. Come on, bro.
That shit was a bang.
Préndete como si fuera un license.
That Chulinkum Fly song.
Chulinkum Fly.
I posted that the other day. Remember? It was like, yo,
fire, bro.
The crossover that I didn't know I needed in fucking middle school was Calle 13 and fucking 3-6 Mafia.
Bro. Oh, shit.
The Chulinkum Fly, like, shake it like a rattlesnake.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
That's just hard. That's just hard. He's very, you can say, like, I don't know. My thing is just this. Is like the whole concept of, like, true art and, like, it's like, what is true art? Like, you can't, J Balvin, you can't say J Balvin's not artistic. Like, all he does is art. Like, even if you don't like his music, he makes clothes. A lot of people fuck with his clothes. His clothes be fire. He has art pieces. Like
McDonald's
he's always
meals kind of fire.
He's
the McDonald's thing was major for like Hispanic culture, bro. That was major.
In tune with today's generation.
Yeah.
You feel me?
He was the first Coachella,
knowing that they're the same age. You know what I'm saying,
bro? First, I think Coachella, Spanish guy at Coachella. Like he did a lot of barrier breaking for Spanish culture. But I think it's just a sense of him being Residente, kind of being butthurt, like. Oh, but this is the leader. This is the guy. He's so like too like fabricated. Like, why isn't it like me or like someone else? I don't know. People like what they like.
The leader in the Latin world right now is Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's my thing.
Sure. Yeah.
But then my thing is Bad Bunny's not too far off from Hot Dog, but I do think he's better than obviously, in my opinion, J Balvin.
No, Bad Bunny Hot Dog.
He has moments of Hot Dog shit, man. He be on some hot dog shit.
His news, his old stuff maybe, but his new shit, everything is stick, nigga.
I don't know.
That's why he be hot dogging.
The last album.
Y'all lo que me da la gana. Fucking
I love that one. Everything after that, I'm like.
But I guess you could say the newer one. Okay, el Tour del Mundo, whatever that was called. Yeah. But like playing it back now. There's some songs in that album that I thought were from the old albums.
No, there are some on that. The
no, they are. Yeah.
I love. There are some songs on that that's good.
But like, I don't know if you can really say that. You know,
I don't know. It's interesting. I do know that you can almost put. I would put Bad Bunny more in a room with a J Balvin than a Residente. They had that Oasis album together, which was phenomenal. J Balvin and Bad Bunny. It was a great album.
100%.
Great album. So it's just like a matter of like, we can be a victim of the moment. Like, he did kill him. I'm not gonna lie, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna listen to that.
But it's like, bro, also, hold up. Take a step back and maybe be like, what's going on here? Because I feel like Residente might just trash. Like, he hasn't his opinion on dembow music, but he might just trash dembow music. Like, he gives me that vibe. Like, he don't even fuck with that. It's like... Damn, bro, like, you don't even fuck with, like, these young kids doing this shit. Like, they don't have to, like, be Kendrick Lamar with it. Like, they're just having fun. Like, there's nothing wrong with also having fun with music. Like, if that's a hot dog, too.
Well, yeah, this whole situation, at least for me, it's, like, out of the blue. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't really expect it because it kind of comes up. He's kind of coming off, like Eminem type of shit. Like, a little bitter type thing. But, like, you've released back in the day. You used to do music like that. Now he's made like more conscious music and shit.
Yeah.
And even he says it in a diss track. He's like, I'm not like the most well recognized or whatever the hell it is, but like if it came down to it, like I could split in half your favorite artists. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
it's
he can.
It's true.
100%. So he's kind of like alluding to like, yo, like just know that I might not be as big and I'm not recognized right now, but if I needed to, you know, like I can. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't in the socials, but
just
I'm
like
still
Eminem.
Exactly.
Just like Eminem.
Exactly.
That was a good comparison.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
So it's kind of like he's a godfather, but like at the same time, like you're well respected. Don't get me wrong, but the artists from your generation too are like bigger. I guess it's just. I guess you could put him at fault just because he hasn't been dropping as much and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Probably.
And they just take the little hiatus, and then when they try to come back, it's like you're a little too late for what's popping right now.
You're like a hater now. If you're trying to come at the new style,
Yeah,
Mm.
you're still trying to stick to the old stuff, and it's not sticking. You might get a little butthurt.
Yeah, I could see that.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like when older rappers like they were coming at the Migos for mad long. They always came at the Migos. They always used the Migos as a reference. Like the Migos, mumble rap, Migos.
It
was like, look at the Migos now.
Sticking for me recently.
Look at the
When they
Migos
first
now.
Came out, I didn't fuck with them at all.
Look at the Migos now though. Like it's like they're legends. Like people look at them as like
honestly,
OGs.
I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I started kind of respecting them when fucking Offset dropped his single album.
Oh, his solo album, Father of Four.
That shit was
a good album.
phenomenal.
That was a good album, Father of Four. That was a good album.
That's when I kind of like started like, okay.
Yeah. What is interesting, man. Hopefully, J Balvin, you're okay. If you're watching this, you know, pray for you, J Balvin.
Nah, he's chilling. He seems like a cheery soul.
I kind of heard. I don't know if it's real, but I heard a snippet of him like dissing back too. Like he was driving, or I don't know, but he was just like he was saying something like, people who know too much just gotta be silent or something, like, or I just know too much that I stay silent. Like you don't want me to talk because I know a lot of things.
Oh
like,
God,
something
he's trying
like
to
that.
pull Drake.
Yeah,
where Drake was like, I didn't drop that response to Pusha T because it would have killed the world.
Like, bro, just fucking drop
it then, buddy.
It's like that line.
Drop it.
Like, what do you say? Someone once told me that silence is like some shit like that. I don't know.
It's better.
Like, bro,
some shit like that.
Fucking say what you gotta say. That's it.
Listen, I think, you know, Residente right now is basically vengeance. He's vengeance. And he's coming for heads. So it's interesting right now. That Spanish world, he lit that shit on fire. Like,
yeah.
Bro, that's just so viral. Shout out to BZRP too, the platform he went to freestyle on. That shit's viral. He's a huge YouTuber. That's a big dope moment for him.
This is gonna simmer down like extremely fast though.
Yeah.
I feel like so too. But the thing is about that song, it does have a dope ass hook. Yo esto lo hago para divertirme, Bro, I've been seeing that shit everywhere on TikTok. I'm like, what the fuck? So it's almost like a back-to-back effect. Because it's like, damn, this might be a hit.
Yeah, because it's like,
but just the hook.
Like hard, bro.
But
and
just the
when
hook.
he finishes, it's like some cheery shit.
Yeah, he has a random hook after his bars. He'll have like a random hook, and he starts clapping para divertirme, and it sounds like a beach song. But then he gets back to the bars, and it's like, hold up, because people now
another vicious.
You could fuck with that hook. You know, you could fuck with that hook. At first, I was like, this is kind of annoying, but then now, in the grand scheme of things, I'm like, oh, this was plotted. This is why, because people can fuck with that hook and not fuck with the verses, and now people fuck with the verses and not. It's like it's tactical, but it's too long to like stream too. I don't know if it's streaming too high, but it's like it's 9 minutes long.
Yeah,
I doubt it's gonna be like Billboard charting. I don't think so. If it does, it'll be groundbreaking. Yeah, but no, back to back is back to back. Nothing's gonna top back to back. Like
it'd be nice for the Latino community to have a back to back though.
That'd
be cool.
I think J Balvin raps better than Meek Mill.
Yo.
That argument could be made.
Man. I feel like the Hispanic community is too dangerous for shit like that.
That's true.
I feel like that's
every time it happens, it gets too much.
To that extent,
like Arcángel always has like a random beef, and Arcángel be like threatening like people's lives and families. It's like, hold up, Arcángel, calm down.
Remember fucking Hector father and all that? They didn't change his whole life.
Yeah.
Let's not get into that.
We need Daddy Yankee to come out and speak on the culture. Daddy Yankee, we miss you. What's going on, buddy?
Might smack someone with them big ass watches.
Yo, because he's
for
the
no
king.
reason.
For
no reason.
He's the king though. He's the king of this shit.
We put like Avenger. Like for some reason, my mind's going here with this whole podcast. We need like an Avengers team put together from the Cat podcast. to go fucking handle Putin. It'd be like Daddy Yankee with the watches, Canelo,
hell yeah,
Kanye, fucking Residente.
Might have to get Skeet in this bitch because Skeet might just pull a crazy I think he could play Flash. Like he could be Flash. He could be Flash.
Some jokes distract him.
Get
behind.
Yeah, say some wild edgy jokes like
I've been sent by Kim Kardashian to do comedy, and then Canelo just sneaks him.
Take Putin's wife.
Yo, he fucks everybody.
Yeah, he
could.
Girl.
That's how
Is he gonna fuck the first lady of Russia?
Listen, man.
God damn it, Pete. What the fuck is in your pants?
Puts Putin into
Jesus.
depression. Actually, never mind. He might fucking take over the world.
He might be the next Putin.
True.
Scootin.
Scootin.
Putin Davidson. Oh man, but shout out to everybody. It's a crazy time right now. Hope you guys got a laugh out of this. It's a wild time. Too much news, too much shit to talk about in the midst of this. But per usual, Cap came back. Any last words, gentlemen?
Man, none. Thank you guys for tuning in, man. I hope you enjoyed it.
Listen, man, I'm gonna say this.
It's the first time I did that. Any last words thing?
I'm gonna say this, man. Listen, I always push forward for like push towards if you're just hearing this, watch it. You feel me? Because it just gives it a complete different fucking vibe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, hell yeah.
So it's I get it. You know, a lot of people will listen to it while you're driving and shit like that. But trust me, you want to watch this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This episode was mad fun to make. There was so much shit talking. That's what I live for.
What happens when you have the two best podcasters in the? I mean,
state. Holy shit!
Let me not.
Shots fired.
Let's have a.
We need a podcast versus.
But I'm just letting you know, me and Cap are aligned. We've been aligned. So.
You're a part of the Cap alumni.
Yeah,
listen,
we're aligned.
You're a capper.
You're a capper.
Yeah.
We might have to start this versus podcast shit.
Yeah, but. We're aligned. We're a team. We're not going to do, you know what I'm saying? It's
two
us
on
versus
two.
everybody.
2 on 2.
Tag matches. Yeah, exactly.
I don't know though.
Let us know if you want to see this shit. I'm interested.
Listen, man, but shout out to everybody. Providence, we love you. The world, we love you. Prayers to Ukraine, and we're out.
Yes.
And Skeet.
They gon' love me for my ambition.